by some multiple. For more and more evidence that their hypothesis was correct, they should have tried sequences that did not fit their hypothesis in an attempt to invalidate it. Look harder for evidence and arguments against your hypothesis. Confirmation bias is one of the most harmful bugs in human reasoning. You see it everywhere in media and on Twitter as consumers of information ignore competing views and augment their existing opinions with more and more confirmatory evidence. The concept is especially disruptive in trading and investing because it inhibits good thinking, locks us into a view, and blocks out useful non-confirmatory information. Also, other types of bias, such as the endowment effect, work together with confirmation bias and make it very difficult for investors to change their mind once they take a position in the market. You see confirmation bias in action almost every day on a trading floor. Example, you've been following ZZAP Corp for months and you bought the stock at good levels. Everyone's been excitedly waiting for the hot new ZZAP Fidget phone to come out. A headline hits. ZZAP reports 90-day Fidget phone launch delay due to supplier issues. An unbiased market watcher might think that is bearish. The stock drops 4%. But you're a fan of ZZAP, you're long the stock, and you might think something more like, this isn't news. Phone's still coming out. It's not even ZZAP's fault. This is an overreaction. The stock's going to bounce. Meanwhile, two analysts downgrade the stock. They say this is further evidence that ZZAP's supply chain is overly reliant on a single chip supplier in Vietnam, and that the supplier is severely mismanaged. The stock drops another 4%. You might think, man, I can't believe how much the market's overreacting here. On the other hand, bears are probably yelling, I knew this was going to happen. How to combat confirmation bias? 1. Read about confirmation bias. It's one of the most cataloged psychological phenomena out there, and the research is surprisingly interesting. Confirmation bias is powerful and kind of frightening because it severely compromises the human capacity for reason. For example, if you have two people who have opposite views on a divisive issue like capital punishment and give them new information, here's what happens. This is an excerpt from an excellent article on confirmation bias from New York.
I'm long right here.
Quote, one of the most famous of these confirmation bias experiments was conducted at Stanford. For this experiment, researchers rounded up
looking to get up in this 86, 40 range.
Punishment. Half the students were in favor of it and thought that it deterred crime. The other half were against it and thought it had no effect on crime. The students were asked to respond to two studies. One provided data in support of the deterrence argument, and the other provided data that called it into question. Both studies, you guessed it, were made up and had been designed to present what were, objectively speaking, equally compelling. The students who had originally supported capital punishment rated the pro-deterrence data highly credible and the anti-deterrence data unconvincing. The students who had originally opposed capital punishment did the reverse. At the end of the experiment, students were asked once again about their views. Those who started out pro-capital punishment were now even more in favor of it. Those who opposed it were even more hostile. End quote. I've found over the years that the more deeply I read about confirmation bias, the more easily I can see it happening to me in real time. I've realized mid-sentence sometimes that I'm shooting down the importance of a headline simply because I'm positioned the wrong way. The longer you trade, the more you'll notice that when news comes out and you are flat, you react quickly and without bias.
Still ready for the long term 5 minutes.
You'll often hesitate or freeze or explain away the news. Watch.
The trend is in our favor here. So I'm trading bar by bar. So we're back to the open for where we closed yesterday. Let's see, I'd be ready to get long here. So I got my finger on the trigger. If we look at the 5 minute, and I'll pull it up here just a second. Just a second, I'll pull it up. All right, so this is the 5 minute. You can kind of see the money flow pattern here. What I'm watching mostly is this slope of this histogram. Oof. So I'm not in right now, luckily not. You can see where price had stopped here before, right? There's a bottom, there's a bottom. Sorry, let me share this tab. And what I'm really like to trade is this direction here. Okay, but it looks like it may have turned down. I don't have any position on right now. So it's actually to the downside now. You can see it over here. Let's see. Boom. So down we go. We're going to see if this level holds here. If this holds here, then maybe, I mean, the 5 minutes already started to roll, but the candle hasn't closed. Previous resistance should become support. So let's see. See if this holds.
You have a business, having a retail store. The shelves, I've had some people say, I don't like that analogy, whatever. You might think of it as a portfolio. And about half of that portfolio, this side here, we want that in the smart things. Our core CLM, these are ticker symbols, and CRF, I'm assuming if you've made it this far, you know what a damn ticker symbol is. But at first, this 50% of that's of your money might be just in these two, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. So these are our anchor funds, meaning half the portfolio is anchored into them. And this is we call leveraging responsibly. Each of these assets that we put in here, that because we're using margin, and margin is borrowed money, $1 can buy us up to 4. That 4 is day trading. Most of you probably aren't going to do that. I'm a day trader, so I do that. But that also $1 could buy you $3. Now, the problem is the space between 3 and 4.
It might be holding here. If it is, I'll take a shot in half position.
You may not understand some of these terms. This is the whole point of the letter. We're going to slowly work through all of these terms. So take your time. Just listen and learn. So whether the storefront makes more sense to you, where you're going to have shelves and the higher level shelves.
You jump above the 5 here, above 85.62. I'm going to enter.
These are the blue chips. These are the things we want to put. Most of our store, these make us the most money. $1
be the same on the day chart.
Return us can buy us $3, and $3 can make 16 to 20% yields. But it'll be times 3 against our $1. So it's a business. So I'm thinking of that like a businessman. If I can buy a product for $1,
looks like it's going to hold.
My store and sell it for $3. That's called business. So to me, that analogy helps. Okay. This is not a 401k. I wouldn't even think of it like that. This is not your retirement. This is leveraging responsibly so that we can maximize compounding. That compounding is trying to create income, okay? And so this 50%
broke.
or these assets or these
still not in
on this shelf up here, they're going to pay every month. And so we know how much we're going to.
That was a video from last night. If you're in that second income stream, should be getting an email with this video of doing these lectures. I think lots of lectures and talks on it will help it make more sense. All right, so we just broke this zone here. Probably could clean all this up a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to keep that chart for a second. Share this one instead. Boom. You see it broke it. I mean, see, there's not a lot of room here. This is the problem. If you're trying to play both sides, the problem is a lot of times when you should have gotten short is when you're covering your long. Even though we're against the trend, I'm about to take, if we get above this candle here, let me see. We're pretty long into this downtrend here. That's what it is. We've got this massive sloping downtrend. You know, and look at the alignment here of What's up, Brandon? Let's go. Sugar Lumps, Ben. What's up, guys? Look at this alignment here. You know, we had a little tempt here. We had a little tempt. But, you know, now we're below this 200-day moving average. So I like this. I put on a little position here, but we are big time against the trend here. But I feel like this is a spot, so support of previous resistance, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does to you. All right, we'll give this just a second. We got a doji here too. Now, we are big time into this sloping down channel. We'll see if this holds. If it breaks above this 5, I'm going to take a bigger shot, but it's probably only going to come back up into here, and then we can have this continued down sloping channel. So now I'm just like looking at scalping this bitch. What's that? Morning. Oh, now even if you're not a day trader, this kind of stuff can help you fine tune. Your trading anywhere, anytime, you know, your swing trading. So let's see. I feel like this is. What's up, Steven? Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, so I'm going to add to my position here. Market is really coming down, huh? I can tell because my margin is slowly dwindling on what I can buy here. What's up, Patel? How's it going, man? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, we're slowly, yeah, here we go. Slowly drip sliding away, man. All right, so we're watching this this section here. Price is in this 80. We're in this 85.41 range. I'm long. Boom, we got the breakout. We're going to run into problems up here in this 85.68 because, you know, now we got, okay, here's stage 1 that was quick, very tiny 2, very tiny 3, then we sold off. So this pattern is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Those make it very difficult to trade. But we could easily run back up to this 85.95 range here. Let me see something. Yeah, we should be okay. Give this a second. It tried and it got to the 85.60 and it's already turned around. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. Come on, man. Hopefully this works. Man. I'm trading pretty light today. Margins come down. Put some money on the collection dividends here. Yeah, this trade's probably not going to work. Let me check the 5 minutes. All right. Here we are. The 5 minutes. Now, 5 minutes sloping our way. But notice the TSI here. There is no sideways action. So you really want to see some sideways action on this TSI to just kind of bring everything together, you know. But the more this plays out, we've got it, you know, you got the momentum down here on the histogram. You're starting to see this histogram. Let's pull it up tight here, close. You're seeing that tick. So you see that pressure, that tick. This is my momentum gauge. This is time continuity. This is one higher time frame. Okay, and you see it tick a little bit more. That slope of that histogram is telling me the direction that I want to trade in. So we're watching that. What's up, Ethan? Appreciate everybody being here. Let's get back on this. Let's get back on this daily here. Ooh, ooh, damn. And the downside reasserts itself there. No, came right back, huh? Wow, just stop hunting right there. See that big push? It broke over here. It broke down over here on E-Trade. So that was just a little stop hunting. Motherfuckers. What's up? Motherfuckers. I'll let my wife take over this live. You want to take over this live for me? MFG in the house. What's up, Rich? What's up, Rich? Rich, you need to come on the podcast, man. Talk about your new venture. My wife likes this stuff. Let's see. It is cold. It's really cold right now in Texas. Let's see. All right, I'm trying to see if this area's going to hold here or not, man. Trying to see. Thought we were going to get back up into this box. If it gets back up in this box, that's pretty bullish. It's trying, man. It's trying. Let's bring over this 5-minute tab. Oof. That's what you call the hangman. If this is on the top side, that is what you call a hemp doji. But it's still going down, so the pattern hasn't finished forming. You leaving?
Yeah, that's what we need to.
Okay. You got it? Cold out there. Be careful. I'm going to hold it down here. 314 represent. 34 St. Louis is awful. What's up, Brandon? Appreciate it. Brandon says, hit the like button. Appreciate you, man. What's up, Ethan? 34 in St. Louis. Oof. Man, last time I was in St. Louis, I needed a gun to stay at the hotel. That was during the Nelly days. Man, I miss Nelly. Old Band-Aid wearing ass. Let's see. I need to start doing that, wearing a Band-Aid just under my eye. Oh, sorry. We're hoping we get back up into the box here. We might, man. We'll give this a second. I'm trying to see if there's some other stocks that I really want to check in on. Most of them, the action kind of sucks. Let's see. If you were looking to add, today's a good day. You got it? Okay. I love you. My wife's going out in the cold. God damn, let me take this down some. All right, so this was yesterday. I found one. This was yesterday. I sold a little bit of this Hershey's. We don't know if this deal's going to go through. It could. Maybe it doesn't. These are just little, I had this inside of my second income stream margin account. And it's just one way to kind of offset erosion is to pick up these blue chip stocks as they, and this may be one that I just take down for liquidity reasons. We picked it up in here, same pattern, right? You see the pattern. Same pattern. Okay, same pattern. So the same pattern there is the same pattern I'm trying to do here. The other one was a daily chart. This is a 1 minute chart. So same concept, man. I know the difference is it comes at you much faster, and you really get an appreciation for how much easier it is to swing trade on a daily chart. All right, looks like we might be getting a little something going here. Might be getting a little something going here. We have a big chance. A big chance to make a lot of money. 80,000 something. Shot here. No, it's not. That's right. Are we going to do what they think can be done? You got a long ways to go here. It's short time to get there. This is I like it when the 1 minute gets underneath this 200. Becomes, you see what happened over here? It got under, it ran up. So we come down. We'll see if it runs up, man. We'll see if it runs up or not. Let's see. Man, it's always sunny in San Diego, ain't it? Second income stream is so nice. Bet, man. I think some people are getting a little challenged on it today. We're seeing price come down. And if you wrote it up, I already got people trying to change the goddamn rules. Every time. Don't try to change it in real time. Just stay the course, man. Just stay the course. All we're worried about is available withdrawal and estimated income. As long as you got available withdrawal and you got estimated income, you are good. Let's see where this goes. I like sideways action.
Get in line, basement captain.
Go, let's see what's up. Oh, breaking down. Are we gonna hold? We might.
You're gonna get used to wearing that change after a while, but you never stop listening to them play. Because they're gonna remind you what I've been saying. But you don't do it. We should stop being so good to me, Captain. Let me talk that later, lady. What we've got here is
fair.
failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach. So you get what we have in that week, which is the way he wants. Well,
She gets it.
I don't like it any more than you, man.
Here we go. Turn it around. That's a great movie if you haven't seen it. Cool Hand Luke. Cool Hand Luke. Let's see. Yeah, we're on the move. We're on the move. Why is this not updating? This should be updating. What the fuck, man? It's just moving slow today. We are on the move up. All right, let's check in on down. Oof. Yeah, man, I'd look to add to Dow today. Woo, got a big breakout. We'll come back to Dow in just a second. Dow, we got a doji bottom into back in the box. And here we go. Here we go. About time, man. About time. What's up now? Hopefully we run into this 85.90. I know that's a long ways off, but we might. Here we go. I'm all in. All in and a little bit. Yeah, I might need to borrow some. Woo! Let's give this a minute. Oh man, I thought I was sharing it. My bad, my bad. Now we're sharing it. 85.44. He broke out. Hopefully we get a nice run up here. I want to keep an eye. If you're trading conservative, you watch these RSIs and you take them down. Depending on how aggressive you want to trade is how much you take down here. $85.44. Oh yeah, this run's about to go here, man. Whoa! Let me grab some coffee. Let's see. And I do like that tool. That was a great song those kids do. And I think if I had big down day today, boom, patience does pay. Ethan says patience pays. Let's sorry, I didn't realize I had these off. Says yes, sir, let's fucking go. Ooh, margin's down big today. DLM is down 8%. Something is going on. That's a big move. $6,000 drop, huh? Those are getting smashed. That's fine with me, man. I need more, not less. Looks like Adobe's coming into. All right, where are we at here? All right, we hit the first one. Now, if we're trading conservative, which, goddamn, I probably should be, but I'm not. I'm trading bar by bar. So let's talk a little bit about bar by bar. We're going to be doing the next webinar I'm going to do. Is probably going to be on this concept here, bar by bar. Everything is the same, except now I'm watching this bar by fucking bar. Okay? If the next bar goes below this bar, I'm out. Now, if it's still above the 5, you got a little leeway there. You got a little leeway. We're right there right now. And another concept we tend to cover. I'll pull up another concept that I tend to cover. Well, let's finish up playing this. All right. So I sold half. Now I'm out. I'm out all the way. I'm out. Now I'm gonna be quick to get back in. if you look, price is still above the 5, but on E-Trade it dropped below. So I got out. I'm going to be ready to get right back in. Boom, back in now. All right, so we're back in. Man, CLM and them have really come down a lot. It's affected my margin. Let's see. All right, so it looks good, but it is not good. It has already turned back around. I am very surprised, I'm going to be honest. This run has not worked out well for me. So we are back out here. We'll see if it holds at the 20. Boom. We'll see if it holds. Let's see. Damn. Anybody wants to let me see. Ooh, yeah, we're back in. Big turnaround there. Wow. What is going on? Yeah, man, CLM never coming down big. So that is affecting my margin right now. So I've got less shares on this, trying to make this run up here. So let's go. Shit, I might have to switch to trading fucking options in just a second. Just to get some. That sucks. All right, so we're back to the run here. Boom.
As we begin to close out a record year for the ETF industry, what bets are investors making for 2025? I spoke with Brian Hardigan, global head of ETFs at Invesco, fourth largest ETF provider in the country, and with Nature AC from the ETF store, my old friend. Brian, the hot topic is start with Bitcoin ETFs and what's going on with that. They've now had $100 billion in assets under management, 12 of them, including yours, BTCO, of the Invesco Bitcoin ETF. I think you have nearly $1 billion in assets in that as well. So tell us about how momentum in Bitcoin ETFs, what's happening as we close out the year.
Sure. Well, you've seen it just take off from early 2024 when multiple issuers launched, right? So really creating the packaging, the regulatory support, the liquidity of the ETF vehicle, pushing Bitcoin forward. But I think over the last few weeks, you've seen obviously the regulatory regime and at least the outlook for 2025 become very conducive for digital assets and certainly Bitcoin ETFs. So we think there's another chapter here that we're starting to enter, and we're looking forward to how investors can leverage option markets and other liquidity to really manage their exposure.
Yeah, I want to talk about 2025, but Nate, something really extraordinary is happening with these Bitcoin ETF flows. These 12 Bitcoin ETFs now have, they're now the largest holders of Bitcoin here. I saw 1.1 million Bitcoins held in total. And I think that's relevant because that, we believe, has Satoshi Nakamoto's 1.1 million Bitcoin holdings. And by the way, we don't know exactly who he is or how much he holds, but the estimates have been as high as 1.1 million. But Bitcoin ETFs now are the largest single, collectively the largest single owners of Bitcoin.
Largest single owners of Bitcoin. What's going on, man? Let's see. Hey, if you're at a computer, if you want to come on, text me your email. Let's see. It's pretty simple, actually. You don't need, I send you an invite link. You can do it from your phone too. If, I don't know, you just have a question or, let's see. If you text me your email, I can pull you on here.
MicroStrategy, adding to its Bitcoin hoard, purchasing 15,400 Bitcoin at about $95,000, $96,000 per Bitcoin for a total cost of $1.5 billion. The company's executive chairman tweeted, "We hodl more than 400,000 Bitcoin." Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy executive.
We hodl.
Your average, Michael, it's good to have you in studio again. Your average for those 400,000 is 58,000 per Bitcoin, so it's been moving higher as you keep buying at higher prices.
We bought it about 42 times since August of 2020 to today.
From August, and at this point, the strategy is
to make all the money in the goddamn world and just put it into Bitcoin. He's a Bitcoin holding company. He's just making up shit now. I'm gonna do a reaction video tonight, breaking down his strategy. Let me see what it looks like over here. Oh, everybody's scared, huh? I don't want to be on YouTube, Gerald. Oh. All right.
Issue stock or convertible debt of MicroStrategy and use that to buy Bitcoin.
We're a Bitcoin treasury company, so we're securitizing Bitcoin. We're providing high performance equity. We're also providing convertible bonds. We've provided other kinds of bonds in the past, but our job is to bridge the traditional capital markets that want bonds, or they want fixed income, or they want equity, or they want options. And we plug that into the crypto economy, and we use Bitcoin as the vehicle to do that.
What percentage of the public do you think understands Bitcoin at this point? Because I don't know if it helps to go into your strategy, what you just tweeted about. If people don't even understand Bitcoin, and I still see it everywhere that it's air, or that it's not like gold because you can't make jewelry out of it. Believe it or not, still people saying that because you can't touch it, that it can't be real and it can't represent money. So can we go into how you're arbitraging it to make a return?
Yeah, here's what you need to know.
Okay.
The S&P is about 15 ARR for the past 4 years.
I like that idea.
So the S&P
almost beat it. Michael Saylor of all right. Get you a second here.
is 15.
Okay.
If you want to own a commodity like silver or soybeans or gold, they have very, very low performance, less than 15%, 5%, 0%. You don't really want to hold soybeans for 100 years. And sometimes they have volatility, but it doesn't last that long. Bitcoin is 60 volatility.
All right, Dre, I sent you
and it is a legal.
I sent you a link, my man. I sent you a link, my man. Somebody says Celsius is trying to make a comeback from the dead. We'll check that out in just a second, Sugar Lumps. Let me get through. We finally got a winning trade here. Oh my God, it's working. Mama says that life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get inside. See, that's trading. Trading's like a box of chocolates. Huh. My man, Mellow 3 Ring. I sent you the invite link. You should be able to click it and take you through. It's going to make sure your computer's not full of porn or something. I've had a crazy one time. I had one time, and this dude came on and he had all these reptiles and oh, coming on down. No rush.
Hello.
So you do your hair.
My name's Forrest Gump.
My name's Gerald Peters.
You want a chocolate?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
I could eat about 1.5 million of these.
Billionaire. Trying to be a billionaire
My
chocolate.
mom always said, life was like a box of chocolate.
That's right.
You never know what you're going to get.
You remember Lizard Boy, bro? Come on, man. I still think about that dude. Man, that dude fucked me up for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Man, that dude had me going.
So to the business people out there, to the hustlers out
Here's
there,
your business
entrepreneurs
advice
out there, what advice do you have for people
from the Cali
cutting
lockdown.
corners, taking the easy way out, and just saying, put in the work. It's going to take 5, 10, 20 years for success.
Yeah, I never chased. I didn't even chase the money coming out of prison this time. I didn't even know it would come from this. I really was just excited on being a better man, and I was just like, I have to share this with people. The whole goal. So one of my business partners, Eric
Celsius is on the move, guys.
He was.
There you go. If you were a believer.
Hundreds of millions of dollars off treatment facilities.
Look at this goddamn
So he
Celsius.
healed himself of his addictions, and then he taught others to do the same. I healed myself of my vices.
Man, I got too many vices to heal with.
Financial troubles. Everything I healed myself of, I taught people to do. Unless you have a purposeful connection that is attached to your vision and really means a lot to you deep in your core, you won't be able to do it for a significant amount of time. You can't really chase the money. You have to truly become something that is so different, that it's so valuable to you.
So valuable.
It's priceless.
Right.
So me getting someone sober is priceless to me. So I can charge them $1 million a year to work with me.
Yeah.
If I believe in it enough, I can attract clients at that level, and I do.
Damn.
I mean, when people come
$1
to
million.
buy one of my programs, it's like 20,000 or 40,000.
Damn, Wes.
Some people,
Break him.
that's them paying such a crazy amount. I'm like, I made that in the last.
Damn, Wes be charging, man. I need to raise my goddamn prices. I don't think my man figured it out. Yeah, man. So this is Celsius. If you don't mind, I'm gonna be a little greedy and get back to my trade, man. My second income stream account is down so much today that it's actually lowered the number of shares that I can trade. and it is really pissing me off. So I've got to make some adjustments. Some of this is, now I don't advocate you guys trade with yours unless you put in strict rules, okay? Because I will go on losing streaks. Now, over time, I make that money back, but it is not, it's not for the emotionally challenged, okay? So one day, Lizard Boy comes on. I don't know if my man, let me know if it worked for you, bro. That's just the thing. I think she's, see if my man can try a phone. He's using a different web browser. They may have found porn on your phone, sir, on your computer. That's why they won't let you in. My wife will get mad. Why do you guys say things like that? Because I'm fucking perpetually 14 and retarded. Why do you have to be so responsible all the time? Let's see. So, let me figure out where we're at here. All right. This is the 5. No, that's the 1 minute. Shit. Where's the 5? Oh, that was one I posted. Sorry. Now look at this pattern here on a 5 minute chart. Damn. Ooh, luckily I didn't hit the button. So this is the 5 minute chart. Each one of these bars represents 5 minutes on this beautiful earth. Sorry for all the moving around. So you see what I see, right? So that is the money flow pattern. Now, when I start getting it through what I refer to as time continuity, movement of time, I mean, you can even start to see the pattern on the indicators themselves. Now, I have since learned that doctors say there is an actual fucking disorder. Hold on. It's not going to let me save it today. Some days it doesn't work with me. You see the pattern, okay? All right. Now back to the 1 minute. I'm sorry. I want to watch this here. 85.69, and we're on the move. And damn, if I don't have to sell some. And then damn, if I'm not busted out of the trade here. No, I'm still in. So I took half down, bam. I should have taken it all down. I didn't have the keys set up right. So this is what's throwing me off. I'm going to go ahead and take it down. So if you're trading bar by bar, now I've got to sit out for a bar, okay? It's all right, bro. Did yesterday's trading video get posted? You said something about CLMs are off, and I was trying to understand it better about the dividend. Let's see. Damn. No, I ended up taking that one down. Oh, so we just blew through support here.
3 hours, dipshit. Like, I don't give a fuck that you pay that much. You don't know what I'm about to give you because you've never done it. Once I change you, you will realize what I did for you was priceless. And that's even at my $299 to $2,000.
Everything is pointing down.
Once I make you able to wake up purpose-driven every morning.
Damn. He says, man, once you realize what I do for you, you will see how fucking priceless it is. Now, that video got taken down. Yeah, so everybody's in a little bit of a panic. These are our anchors. All right, so we got I did want to point out on this Celsius chart here, if you look at this chart, and if you follow my charts inside of stock charts on the public chart list, if you go and look, I'll save this on there. But look at these Doji price up, Doji price up, Doji price starts to drift up. Now, the problem is overall motherfucking trend is to the downside. It tried to break it here, and then it just started a new one, man. So what are we going to do, man? So let me, oof. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Damn, I started to get short and I didn't. The fastest way to turn around the market is take a position. So if you ever want to stop the market from dropping, just get short, man. Hold on. Damn, bro. Sorry. We almost had to get into some gangster shit, I thought, for a second. What's up, man?
What's poppin', GP?
What's up, man?
Another day trying to make a living, trying to get paid.
What you doing?
Right now I was trying to get my phone to work, trying to get on the web screen, trying to get my iPad to work. Nothing was working right. I had to download Google. I usually use Safari, like Google Chrome.
Yeah.
But I had to get out of that long while I was trying to do all of that. But I'm out just watching another setup. I should have went short.
Yeah, I'm short, but I'm only up a couple bucks. So I'm just waiting to see if it's going to drop here. That's usually a good way to turn it around.
Right.
That's how you stop it from dropping, is you get short, and then it turns around. That's the way it's
the way the cookie crumbles.
That's the way it crumbles, man. Sorry, I had somebody come up to my thing here. I never have it. I live in the country here in Texas, so my security goes off, freaked me out for a second. Every once in a while, I just get pop-ins, man. Let's see. So how long you been trading, bro?
So I've been trading. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. I really started trading with you earlier this year in June. I did options earlier than that, and I wiped an account, and I knew that was too volatile, too risky. I didn't really know what I was doing. So I started following you, and I've been swing trading now for sure for about over 6 months, day trading in the day trading channel for about 3 months for sure, like every single day consistently.
What's your handle in Discord?
Millie Mandre.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Pimp Juice. Yeah.
Okay, that's you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it gets hard sometimes with all the different.
It looks like we're breaking the 5-day moving average, or the 5-bar moving average on 1 minute chart.
And it's dropping. So on E-Trade, it's just what they call, I guess, level 2 or whatever. But I'm gonna close this short out. Actually, I'm short right now. I think I'm gonna take it down. Like you said, it looks like it's trying to break out.
Correct.
It moves a little faster than it does on stock charts, just slightly.
Yeah, I use stock charts, and then I do my paper trade on Think or Swim. I haven't moved to E-Trade just yet.
The E-Trade paper trading platform sucks.
Okay.
Like, seriously bad. There's Jess. She's a celebrity trader, star student.
Oh, my ledger just hit me up. It's on its way. Thank you for that. Thank you for that ledger flex with the $70 Bitcoin. Man,
yeah.
I need it.
Okay. Did you pick one up?
Yeah, just that my email just got sent. It's on its way today. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So now we're breaking out. I'm on the long side here.
Yeah,
Let me make sure I got the right. How close are you watching the 5-minute too?
Yeah, I'm watching the 5-minute. That's my setup, and then my 1 minute is the trigger.
Got you. Let's see. Oh man, we're running too here. Man. I was just getting some business advice from Wes Watson.
A whole different belief system.
Man, Wes is going hard, bro. They're trying to take him off the internet.
Oh man, they don't want him.
No, man, there's a whole movement. Man, it's like cyber gangs. Like, they just jumped on the motherfucker on YouTube, and they have not let up. There's whole channels trying to get him, man. That's what for my mindless entertainment, that's what I do. I watch that kind of shit. I always thought Wes was kind of a character. I didn't realize everybody expected everything to be true. You know who I'm talking about, Wes Watson?
Wes Watson? No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's a YouTuber who's like in the fitness industry, you know?
Right.
And
like
he exaggerates like a motherfucker. He says he did 10 years in Cali prison. He was a white shot caller and all. He talks about all this stuff, but come to find out, it's like half true. But he's still very motivating, you know.
Right.
If you like being yelled at, he's a yelling kind of guy.
Hey, you yell at me too. Hey, I gotta stop screaming with my girl and get trading in the morning. You know what I mean?
That's what he does. He yells, but it's for like working out. So I kind of identify with him. I think it's funny. To me, it makes me laugh. Other people like take it all personal and shit.
Nah,
when I used to run marathons, people would come up and be like, "Oh, you can do it, man. That don't work on me. You got to come up and be like, look, motherfucker, let's go."
Yeah, get up off your ass and let's get to work. Oh, my bad about cussing, but yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, there we go. Now we got the stage 2 breakout happening here.
Yeah, I see that.
Let me blow this up a little. And those are, I mean, look at these 2 money flow patterns. Now, when I trade bar by bar, man, if I can catch those, the power play, it's like getting an ace when you get a doji and it's on an extreme, you know?
Absolutely.
So I'm watching bar by bar. Now, typically, when I was first teaching people day trading, when we would get a sell-off underneath the 20, I'd still hold it. And I try to get, because almost every time you get that, the next bar goes up. So that's a pattern that I watch for. Because if it does hold, it's a large percentage of the time when price goes under the 20, when it's already been moving up, it'll hold and continue on. So it's a great pattern to get in on. But lately, I've been doing more bar by bar. So I would have been out the moment it was below that previous candle.
And it closed underneath that candle, correct?
Yeah, I'm out. I may not even wait for it to close. Matter of fact, I may take half down the moment it just starts, flirting with it.
Yeah.
And that's fast on the trigger, though. And you can, if you get days where obviously the movements aren't small, and you're not on your A game, you can, you only got to miss one bar and it can fuck up the whole trade.
Yeah, for sure. I walked away for 1 second.
Yeah, I've fallen asleep and woke up and I'm down $700. That was expensive nap, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's why
Oh, we're
day
still
trading,
running up.
don't drink too much because I'm prone to keep partying. I've never let partying and any of those kind of things interfere with me making money or work.
Right.
So sometimes I take it with me to party. You know, I keep going where I would find friends as soon as they would open a beer or do anything relaxing or whatever you want to call it, they're done. They start shutting down. Not me, man. I'm still trying to make some money.
Hey, GP, are you trimming on these previous highs right here?
Right. I was just about to say, this is not a bad spot to trim. Now, if you're trading aggressive, let me pull this up. Yes. And if you notice that RSI on the 7 period went full,
Right.
went
The
full extreme.
71.7.
That is almost always, if market structure is being built correctly, almost every time you run into a previous high, if you check that RSI is going to bang. Yeah, so I'm going to take down half right here. But I tell you what, if we break through almost immediately, I'm going to put it right back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what if it doesn't follow through? I might take half the whole damn thing off again. And we can play that, it's just a little dance we're going to do.
Yeah.
Because if you get that right a couple of times, it can make the whole day,
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to put it back on, I think. Sometimes you may not even take it off, man. Like it blasts through there. I'm going to let it just do its thing.
Yeah, it's still breaking through right now.
Someone says, could this be the reason CLM is dropping today? Man, a lot of people they're acting like they're not worried about CLM, but they are. Yeah. They're like,
I mean, unless you brought in at a good price, you know what I'm saying? I bought in at like 7.45. So right. I mean, you know, I can't
I'm gonna buy in at 10 or 12 if it goes there. So I think you just gotta if they're doing that strategy, boy, we're just running too, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. 100%.
We're going back to that. I would assume here we're going to go back to the 200, man.
Yeah, sticking to it like glue.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me the money flow trading, bro. Like, I love it. I appreciate you. I'm going to take this to the grave, and probably my kids are going to learn it.
Nice. What were you trading before, or were you?
So honestly, I got into Wealth Squad, and I was just doing options. I wasn't really learning anything. I feel like I was just running trades. And when I got your book and I started talking to you earlier this year, I put down options. I said, I'm not going to trade options anymore. I'm just going to start doing swing trading. And before that, though, I just been building my positions, buying and holding, building up my dividends portfolio.
Right. Yeah, so that's one of the things, and you might can help. Let's see, we might have to take some of this down. Now, in this situation, if I put some on and we've kind of run up, maybe I'm only up a few bucks on what I put on. I'm going to be ready to take down half the damn trade if need be. I'd rather err on the side of keeping money. But sometimes, like in this situation, if it's above the 5, even if we get below that bar, I might err on the side. It just depends on the day, right? Some days, if you ever notice, we just barely get moves, If I'm having 2 or 3 where we're just not getting moves, man, we got to take that money. But I'm sure you've had those days where it's like, man, it's just going. And the biggest problem you've had is not having enough money in it,
Yeah, absolutely. It runs fast.
Being able to feel that fast, like, is this our day? It's almost like the concept of calling an audible. It's like, okay, but have you played enough to call an audible? I try to look at it a little bit like that, like in football or something, or, in stocks, they have this way of viewing stocks. Well, it's mostly old timers, but they would call it top down or bottom up. Top down meant we might get stopped out here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
see.
yeah,
Stage 3 formation.
I'm gonna take some down. I'm gonna get out of this trade actually. On the E-Trade, lately it's been like a bar ahead of stock charts. One time I was live trading on here, and this kid hit me up and he goes, "How do you know what the next bar is every time?" I'm like, "Bro, E-Trade is to the right of me and it's moving ahead of stock charts." It just looks like I know. But I would not short this though.
Nah, because it looks like it's a stage 1 formation. It could like go back up straight to the 200.
Right. So I wouldn't bother trying to short that. I would let's see if so here I'm on the 5 minute. I mean, look at the 5 minute. It looks bullish as fuck still.
Yeah, I see that.
Right. So this is just a stage 1 forming. The TSI just crossed. So when I use a little time continuity and I go 1 time frame higher, that means I need to get set up for this trade back to the long side. Yeah, look at
I'm
that.
glad I got out of that.
Yeah, but we need to be ready to get back in, and then it's like, how do you want to get back in? How aggressive do you want to be on the get back? I mean, ain't that a song, bro? Okay, I'm back in on 100 shares now. I'm all the way back in now.
Okay.
I think that's a song, man. That's an old school. My mom used to listen to. Get back.
Oh, the big get back.
Not the Get Big. Is it Get Big?
I thought
not
it was
ludicrous.
Get Back.
Get Back. Oh, I'm thinking of the old one. Are you in this trade?
Yes, sir. I am absolutely. It's tipping down a little bit, but
that's one I've seen. Ludacris has one too. Similar. Man, Paul McCartney was kind of a cool looking motherfucker in the 70s. It's funny how the Beatles transitioned from like wearing suits and shit. Elvis did that, like hip hop's done that. Flavor Flav to like Savage 21 Savage is a big fucking transition.
Facts.
What kind of music you listen to?
Man, I listen to all types of music. You got me on Tool, but I listen
I
to
like
my biggest rapper. Yeah, my biggest rapper right now is La Russell. He's like a positive rapper influence from Oakland or Vallejo, California, actually.
Oh.
He's pretty big, but
he's not a Christian rapper.
No, he's not a Christian rapper, but
he's just
a positive rapper.
Man, I think that about nobody believes me, but Gucci Mane's new album, I think it has some positive messages.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In his own way.
To the lyrics, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
no, but a lot of different genres. Hell, shit. Sometimes I listen to Beethoven. I have a record player. I have over 200 records, man.
I am fond of the records. Somebody said ENVX was playing with ENVX is hanging in there.
Yeah.
That's a speculative stock, man. I honestly think that's one to wake up one day and Samsung or any number of people could just say, "Hey, we need your batteries."
Absolutely, and I heard that it's more safer than a lithium battery from the research that you.
That's what they're saying, man. And just the research we've done, and okay, we're on the move now.
Yes, sir. Ticking up.
Man, making back some of this money. What's funny is I day trade over my margin income stuff. Right. So the portfolio collects right now. It's right at about $9,000 in dividends. Okay. So over the top of that, I'm trading during the day. You get 4x, and So what
we're about to touch the 200. My bad for cutting you off.
No. Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, and look how much prettier. This is the 5 minute. I mean, this is a perfect stage 2 breakout.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I'm looking at this and I'm thinking long term, I'm looking to the left for possible targets, you know?
Right, from
Where
previous.
it'll kind of make sense for it to stop, right? Now we're in this box zone here. By box, I mean where it was kind of that was the previous box, you know?
Okay.
Any sort of I'm just trying to always be aware when I look at a chart. Do I see zones of consolidation? I just start kind of drawing them in my head, you know. I mean, to me, this is the pattern. But so I know on the higher time frame, we got plenty of
room to run.
Plenty of room to run.
Absolutely.
Let's see. So now we're back to the daily. Yeah, I mean, we're going to this 200 to 200. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. And you wonder if it's not self-fulfilling in a way, you know?
Correct.
Which I think a lot of trading is. I think there's actually a mental disorder where you see patterns in life that maybe aren't there. Like they're there to you, but they're not real. They're fugazis. But to me and you, they look real. And it could be, there's people that do it in sports. There's people that do that shit in, competitive gambling type stuff. They see patterns that maybe in their mind, they're there. Get a name for it. And that fucked me up. I never heard this. I went and looked it up and it's a disorder. So that I was like, wow, man, maybe I have that. Like, I'm like, no, this looks pretty real. I can see it. I'm drawing with a crayon. I literally used to print. May have to take some of this down.
Yeah, I trimmed a little bit more off of it.
Yeah, you probably should have. I get to see. So I trade mostly on iPads. So right. I have one in front of me all the time, and I have it split screen. And then I trade by hand on this one. I'm usually walking around like this.
I know you told me you had your back too.
This goes with me, but I'll be on my computer and doing shit as well. Then one other little trick I do, not a trick, but I take old cell phones and I'll run the Tqqq, even though I'm trading Tqqq. And on that, I'm running the 5 minute, and all I do is blow it up to the histogram. And I just have it where I can see it. And sometimes, depending on what house I'm at. So if I'm in New Orleans, I usually trade downstairs. There's multiple televisions. I will stream it to the Roku stick. So only thing you'll see on that TV is this giant fucking histogram. Yeah, it's in real time. So when I'm walking around, I can just look up and see where that 5 minute histogram is. Because sometimes, you can get sidetracked or you're talking to someone. So I just need to be able to see it while I'm talking to them. The whole time they're talking to me, I'm looking at that fucking thing. Sometimes I'll even. What's that? No, I'm out of the trade now.
Okay.
I just was about to hit the final. I think we're going to go up though. This keeps going. I was watching the 5 minute, and the 5 minute looks good. That was a quick turnaround, though, wasn't it? Let's see.
It was. But yeah, we just broke out on the 5 minute chart.
Right. So I think this is, if I'm trading the 5 minute, or just say that's a daily bar, I'm looking to add to this thing. Let's see. If I was trading this, and this is a stock that we just bought, it's on the daily. If this is Dow, like right now, we got a trade going in Dow, and my target is the 200. I mean, this is still the same market structural pattern of stage 2 leg, stage 4 leg, right? Stage 1, stage 3. 1 is the 3. It's just They're opposite. Let's see.
So let me ask you a question. What would consist of a stage 3 turning into a stage 1 for you? Is the RSI just lowering or
Yeah, I mean the ultimate is the RSI drops and goes below 50 and price continues to hold the form. So
okay.
so price, I'm trying to think of a chart right now. Price continues to go sideways, and yet the RSI is just working off. This may be about to pause the turn right here. I'm gonna be ready. 5 minutes, still bullish. So if this, and it's right at the 20-day moving average. Would like this to hold, and then the next bar break above this bar, ideally. Yeah, so the more WBA halted on the way up. Whoa. What do we got going on there? Let's see. Damn, we got a big breakout on Walgreens.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not in this trade right now, but I'm not about to get short here, I don't think. Let's see. Let me pull up the Walgreens real quick. Look at the Walgreens.
Yeah, wow.
That's the biggest. Well, I guess that's the second. If we had one more of those little teasers over here. But man, going from $9 to $10, that's a big move. This will be one of those stocks. I have so many of these where it's like I just start talking about it because everybody gets tired of like, oh, adding the Walgreens on stage 1, you know? Well, 2 years into that shit gets old. And then all of a sudden a stock like that lights up and takes off and you're like, oh, I got a lot of fucking shares. That happened with CSX trains. I'm up like 500% in that. I'm getting, I'm going to take a shot at, no, not yet. Yeah. I'm in. I'm in. It's a little behind yet on. So this next candle that comes out breaks above that 85.61. We're at 85.67. Bam. Man, sometimes I feel it takes bands to make them. Let's see. Where's now how long you've been in the MFG for a minute, huh?
Yeah, I've been in MFG since June. No,
Okay.
actually a little bit earlier. I think like May.
What's your sole purpose in this army? To do whatever you tell my girl sergeant? You got that teeth.
But I have been following you and talking to you on the phone for like a little over a year though, because I started texting you in like December of last year. And I told you I had to save up some money and stuff so I can get your course and everything and get your book.
Yeah. WBA halted. That is interesting.
Yeah, you just got that CNBC news too?
Oh, shit. It's now up 26%? Is that what they said? Damn. Look at the Walgreens.
Wow.
Let me make sure.
Wow. That's gnarly.
Dude, people are probably selling the shit out of that right now. They're like, I've been in this stock for so long. I'm out.
Yeah.
Bunch of bitches. I'm telling you, that's what happens. My fire rate's flying now. Damn. Now people, oh man, I knew I should have bought a lot of shares. That's all right. Uh-oh, what's up with the trade here? What state you live in?
I live in Nevada, Las Vegas.
Oh shit.
But I got my all-you-can-fly pass for Frontier, so whenever I can go to New Orleans, just let me know. I'll pull the trigger. I'm down for whatever.
Right,
I ain't got a kid.
I'm fixing. Oh, that helps. Kids are greedy, man. They eat all your shit. They always want things. People always talk about how great their kids are, man. I'm like, bro, I've had kids. You sell that bullshit to somebody else.
Yeah, they want all my time. I can't do that right now.
Bro.
I'm trying to get rich. I'm trying to get rich.
My kids, I used to have them. They're poor. I think it made them tougher, though, man. I just talked to them like my dad did to me. And I would be like, hey, if you're going to play a lot of sports and stuff, that's cool, man. I wish you good luck. I'm not going to be there for a lot of it. I just have better things to do than watch you run around. Now, if you happen to be out fucking standing, I'll probably come to a few more. I'm going to be honest.
I might come to a few more.
If you're not out fucking standing, you're kind of wasting my time. I'm going to be honest. So here's what I would like out of life. I'm going to continue to pursue my dreams, even though you're here. And I want you to continue to follow your dreams, even though I'm here. And that was kind of my advice to him, meaning let's don't stop each other's dreams. Let's help each other. And I would always explain that to him. Don't you want to help your dad? Like, I would just turn it around on him. But that's the way they do it, man, because sometimes if you give up on shit for other people and then you're not happy, they can sense you're not happy, you know, and then the kingdom's just all fucked up, man.
Right.
I do see it as a kingdom.
Yeah, my tribe, for sure, for sure.
As we got more and more chicks into the money flow, because at first it was just guys, you know, I'd use that analogy, and I was like, man, maybe that's not the right analogy for everybody, because not everybody's thinking like, I gotta get up, get my sword, go kill these people. Like, not everybody's thinking like that. And some of that is, you know, I was in the Army for 7 years, then worked in a prison for 3, and you're just kind of around a lot of dudes, and you couldn't be polite all the time. You just had to be like, hey, you, come here. And he might could just break you with his hands, and yet you still have to talk to him. And if you say, excuse me, sir, like, that doesn't work with him. Like, he's just going to keep on walking. And then you know, that I would get out of that environment, and I'm hanging out with just regular dudes, didn't go to the military, kind of soft, and I'd be like, what in the fuck is wrong with you, dude? All right, we're making this run.
Yeah.
I think training too, it's good to be, you got to be mentally tough, you know, not necessarily physically tough, but
did you say 10 feet and bulletproof?
Yeah, you got to have a little bit, a sense of ridiculousness about yourself, like a little delusion. Other people, we coming down? Other people might perceive it as delusion. It's just self-confidence, man. I first had this mentor. He used to tell me, "Hey, man, you ain't got to believe in you. Just believing that I'm gonna be there with you." That shit used to kind of fuck me up, and I'd be like, "What?" He goes, "Man, you're probably gonna quit, man. You've been doing that a bunch. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Have confidence in that, and then just show up." And sometimes just showing up is all you gotta do. Like, it's hard to get fired at a job if you're early all the time. You just show up early every day and you leave a little late. You do this every day. Even if you fuck up, they're like, yeah, hey, I know he fucked up, but I like that guy's always here. Like, if you just show up and don't argue, that's half the battle. And trading too. If you just show up to trade every day and you have a bad day and then you just show up the next day, you know, it just gets better. We're breaking out here. The worst thing to do is like, oh, I had a bad trading day. I'm going to take some time off to rejuvenate. It's like, dude, get the fuck in there and start trading. That's what you need to do on a bad day, is trade the next day.
Yeah, trade your day away.
Right, basically. And just lower your size. You know, if you weren't doing well, lower your size. It says women in MFG are built different. They are, man. That's what I was going to say. I'll get into that. I would start toning some of that shit down, you know, like I always do that. I love that one. Sparta.
Women
what
in
do we do for a living? I'm working on an intro. If you ever Savage or 21 Savage's Metro Booming, where what's his name
Yeah.
doing? Okay, I took that. I've been playing with some AI, helping me reword it similar because it is perfect of all ages and boom boom. We meet from all over, and it's like I used to play that in the intro on some of my lives, and then they start copyright striking you, you know. But I got a friend who does voiceover work, and he's out of work right now, or a guy that I met. And so I was like, hey, bro, if I send you this script, could you read it for me? And so I'm trying to work on that, like a badass little 2-minute intro.
Hey, I'd be fired.
Morgan Freeman, that's who read the other one, which is a classic voice, you know. You ever want to put a chick to sleep, man? Put Morgan Freeman on. Like she's talking, you want to do your charts, just put on some Morgan Freeman and girls just fall asleep. It's like the anti-Luther Vandross. Yeah.
Anti-Luther Vandross.
Yeah, like if you try to get them in a mood with that, with this, you're going to put them to sleep, man. Or Roman history. Man, I'm about to get stopped out here. Boom. I'm gonna step aside for just a second. It's getting crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't buy into the stuff that like just because you're a particular sex, you're a better trader. I do think they have different attributes. Just from my time of trading with men and women, and I've mostly traded. Trading is a solo sport primarily, right? Like golf. Like you're the only motherfucker up with the club. Nobody's helping you.
Yeah. Well, it's like snowboarding too. Nobody can help you snowboard or ski.
Right. You might be on a team, but you're the one wearing the damn board right now. Like nobody else is on this board.
100%.
And that's kind of like trading. People, you know, what's the fastest way to trade? It's like put some money in the account, start clicking buttons. Like you're gonna lose. It's gonna take a minute. That's the thing. Is with time. It takes time to see anti-Luther is diabolical. That's funny. You're on some chart time. You just start putting that on. But man, are we about to break down? I'm not in the trade. I don't know why I feel compelled to get in it, but it looks like it's going south. I'm gonna test the short side with just a tiny bit. Sometimes I do that. That's a great way to turn it around, by the way. Just get short.
Yeah, recover those losses, that little bit of loss.
Yeah, and I won't stay in those long, but the histogram, I'll show you what I'm looking at here. I think I'm just being aggressive. Sometimes I do this because I get bored. But, you know, we're still in that stage 1 configuration. But that price, what does it say, 85.62? See, in the 5-day is 85.64, so we're below it. That's pretty negative, you know? And everything's starting to point down. And the MACD histogram, while it's on the bullish side, it is pointing down, the momentum. So I probably should have took a bigger short. And sometimes I'll just play these for just quick scalps, man. If it busts and I catch a few bucks, I'll just close it. If I'm not buying into the short that day. Like I tend to find if you pick a direction, you're going to do better than trying to play both sides. Unless the setup just comes. Like this one gave us a minute. It hung in there. Because usually the short's moving too fast for you to get out of one and get into the other. Because by the time you're getting stopped out of the one, the other's kind of already jumped, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like right now, I'm only in here for 100 shares, so I'm up like $20. Let's go back to. Now sometimes people think I trade with a lot more. You could. My margins come down today because I have so much in CLM, CRF, and a few of those other funds.
Correct.
So it limited me. I normally trade with a max, usually 300 shares. I'm fine with that. Obviously, if you have a big winning day, 500 would have been better. But you can make or lose a lot of money on 300 shares of the TQ.
Yeah, for sure.
And then remember, we're doing it in a margin. If you have a $200 day, that 200 will buy $600. And it offsets erosion, you know. So if you were, just say you were up $90 today on a big down day inside that second income stream, and you're up $90, you're just offsetting erosion. You know, you're basically winning, paying your own interest, so to speak. Well, we're headed downtown. So if we're watching this is now stage 4 decline, right?
Right, correct.
Yeah.
That was a stage 3%.
Boom. And you can see how if we're directional, if we're insistent on a certain direction, that's how you take big losses. Everything's pointing down. And the other way you take, man.
Confluence,
man. You got to be okay taking losses with real money, and it may suck. And you're like, fuck, dude, I lost $300. It's a hell of a lot better than 900.
Yeah.
And sometimes too, as traders, we try to make the money back on the next trade. And you know, you just got to remember that you got time, man. All right, so you know what? And people may know sometimes, like I'm short the TQQ right now. A lot of times I use the QQQ for the short because you can't get filled. You can't always get filled on the TQQ. There's limited shares of that compared to the QQQ. Being that it's and so sometimes you'll put the order and there'll be a fucking delay.
Yeah, it'd be faster to fill your shorts on QQQ instead of the TQ.
Right, and if you're new to pressing the buttons, or you got big sausage fingers, you'll be fucking short and long all at the same time. Like you can get short and long the same thing, and then the screen will show that you have what do they call that? They call it what do they call it on there? God damn it, I can't think of the word, but it basically means you have 2 positions open. And it sucks because then you got to sit and try to close them, and it'll make you close the one before the other, and you're trying to figure this out in real time. You're going to have that happen to you about 4 or 5 times before you stop doing that dumb shit, you know?
Right.
It's called, I can't think of the word right now. I tried to get short again. And
contingency. Is it a contingent order?
Is it contingent? I think on the main E-Trade screen, it'll show multiple something. It says multiple something. But your long and short are the exact same thing. How the system lets you do that, I don't know. But it can happen. So I tried to get short the QQQ. Damn, my margins. Man, we have really come fucked down, huh? CLM and them are getting smacked. Wow. Wow, we're going to have people in a panic. CRF's down 10%.
Oh, wow.
Are you panicked right now?
No, I'm actually ready to buy some more. I'm waiting for
Yeah, me too.
Dude,
But
let me get my buckets right.
people...
I'm like, oh wow, I need to put some more money in the bank right now. I need to send some money out.
There are some people panicked. Maybe the strategy does not work, Gerald. All right, I'm back on the long side, man.
Okay, because it just broke the 5 minute.
Yeah, I know I'm going against the trend here, but I'm just trying to make some money.
People. Now, a lot of them round pegs, not really hard.
Probably going to hit the 20 and stop, so I'll probably stop.
Every question with, yes, drill sergeant.
What you do is you just bring your nets along the month.
No.
On a good day, you can catch over 100 pounds of shrimp. Everything goes all right. 2 man, 12 to 10 hours. What you do.
was a new company record. It wouldn't be a waste for such a damn fine instrument. I recommend you for OCS to go. You are going to be a general someday. Go. Now, this is some of you weapons to continue.
You know, like I was saying, shrimp is the fruit of the sea. You can mold it, boil it, broil it.
The one thing I do like about that
Shrimp kebabs.
that scene.
From what was this? What was that movie from?
That's from Forrest Gump.
Oh, okay.
That drill starts yelling at him. He sits down, and that dude just goes right back to what he was saying. Bowl shrimp, fried shrimp. Like, you don't miss the beat, man.
Bubba shrimp.
Yeah, I think as a trader, you got to be like that. All of a sudden, someone just comes up, hits you, or is yelling at you, and then as soon as you're just like, okay, stage one, enter. Like, you can't get too rattled.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big drop on that.
CLM?
I'm gonna have some people freaking out. I can already feel it. I can feel a disturbance in the force. Like fucking, I don't know if you watch any of the Star Wars. Fucking Yoda's like, he can feel it, man. I can feel the questions coming. I can feel it. Dude, one time I was in New Orleans, and I love music. I love all kinds of music. Some of the Mardi Gras music's a little fucking weird. I ain't gonna lie. And I have a hard time with it. It's a lot of brass, and I don't like brass shit. And, you know, I'm a simple guy when it comes to the music as far as instruments. Oh, I mean, they'll have organs and bangers and fucking, that's not an instrument, man. But all of a sudden, it was like between the bands, they go into Steel of the Night. And I'm like in the back, everybody in the back in the area, and all the cool kids are, and smoking area in the back of the bar. And, I'm like, oh, hell, they're playing real music. So I start heading up, and they're going through it. And right when they get to the drum part, the guy gets up, and he doesn't do it, and walks over to get a drink.
That's blue balls for sure, man.
Wow. I was like, bro, what are they doing? And the singer, they all keep going. He's over there, and I was like looking at him, and I'm looking back at the thing, you know, and he's like, not. He just, I guess, I don't know. He made it like it was to him. It was like. And they asked me to play Hotel Suite, you know, Stairway to Heaven for the millionth fucking time. I think is how he was acting, like he was too cool to play it. And dude, that bothered me all night. And I actually went up and said stuff to him. I was like, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. You kind of fucked up tonight. You need to go finish. TV, man. You gotta close down the trade. Yeah, that really messed with me, man. And friends were like, why leave him alone? I'm like, no, bro, he can't just do that.
Playing with my emotions.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming back. There we go. You remember Miami Vice?
Miami Vice, yeah, I remember a little bit of it.
I wanted to move to Miami. That's where all the hot chicks are.
Oh, all the bougie ones. What you mean?
Man, yeah, they're all. You ever notice that? They look expensive there. She don't look like she does no painting either. I was like, man, I like the girl that paints.
Hey, how's the jazz festival in New Orleans? You been to the jazz festival before?
I have. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just not a jazz guy, man. I got friends that got Grammys for this shit. They're like, you got a Grammy, huh? One of those awards on TV, and they're like, yeah. You have a Grammy. Like you meet the guy, and he makes like $150 a week playing on the street.
Yeah.
But he has an actual fucking Grammy, and you're like, okay. But they have jazz legends there, man. Like, and people come from all over the world for that shit. Like, jazz, if you're really into jazz, tends to be a wealthier crowd. Not all of them, but they put money behind it, I guess is what I'm saying. If they like you or if they like jazz, they will spend on that shit, man. It's weird to me. It's weird music. I like the older shit, I guess. That's back when they were all doing heroin and stuff. That's when jazz was cool, but, you know, I mean, really, jazz was created. Most of them there, I don't know, New Orleans, it's mixed, I guess. because there's a jazz scene in New York, you know, that has a jazz scene, but jazz, I don't know. Jazz originated, I guess, from Chicago and stuff, huh?
Right, I believe so.
Out of ragtime and shit like that. Thing about New Orleans, it's a music purist kind of place, right? It's like country music comes from Nashville. It's like that, you know, and if you play it and you ain't from there or you ain't played it on the street there, your shit don't count. It's like being a drill time rapper and you live in fucking in Mayberry. Nobody's believing that shit. Like you don't even count, man. But Gerald, is your strategy still relevant? Man, I got that email the other day. I didn't even respond to the guy. I just put him on. I just put it on and it became content. Louis Armstrong. I live right down the street from Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong Park. Big, can't miss it. Big bright lights. Yeah, I bought that house in the French Quarter from trading, man. I mean, not just from trading, but from all the activities that we do.
Right.
Not the smartest.
How old were you when you got your first property, though?
32. Now, I bought my
32.
first home. I rented a house at 27. Me and the girl I'm married to now, I just got divorced not too long before that. But we bought our first house married together in 99. I was 29 years old. And we only put 10% down. You know, I didn't know any of this shit. And but real quick, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like being an entrepreneur, your income is just, you never know, man. So I live broke. My natural state is I am broke. I'm broke all the time. Bro, my friends will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're broke. And we're at my beach house. Bro, I ain't got no money. Look around. This is why, man. You think this shit's free? Between houses, you know, once you start buying houses, you don't have any money. Or if you have a stock addiction, you know, if you have a stock addiction and you're into buying houses, your money, you have equity and you have, you know, things that are valuable, but you don't have a lot of money usually.
Right.
So I knew the best thing to do is not have much overhead at first. You know, my overhead now compared to when I was, how old are you?
I'm 26. Turned 27.
Okay, yeah, you're young, bro. When I'm your age, my overhead is like next to nothing, dude. You know, like, I mean, I drink more than I probably spent on food. If I got to adding it up, I mean, I just tried not to spend much money because I was trying to invest it. But you're younger than I was, you know? So from 27 to 29, all I did was pay off debt. Well,
I ain't got no debt. I'm kind of live below my means, man.
Yeah, that's it, though. That's so simple, then. I'm telling you, because I'll meet dudes, they're 35, 36. They got $200,000 in debt, and they're trying to save, you know, a couple $100 a month. And it's like, bro, it's going to take you a long time. Well, you need to get radical for a bit, you know, and they can't. They don't have that option because they can't just to make it through the month. It's so expensive. But you can only cut back so much, right? And after a minute, that no longer has an ROI. You got to buy electric, you know, you got to buy food, you don't want to live homeless.
Right.
So most people are going to try to do both. Increase income, scale back costs. Well, you can tap out on both of those. You can only make so much because you can only work so much and you can only live so thin. And that's what I began to figure out. Okay, that spread is only so big. I got to leverage myself, you know?
Right.
And I didn't know what that looked like. And then I started reading like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I didn't go to college, you know, and in the Army, you're working for money. You know, people you might have a little hustle going here and there, but you're not thinking of it as wells and trips. And then, you know, when I came, and I'm about to get stuffed out here. When I came across, I had 15 grand saved. Yeah, I'm going to cut this trade in half.
Yeah, I actually cut it like 20 seconds before you said something.
I had like 15 grand saved, which back then was a chunk. But what made that 15 grand nice is I had, you know, I started paying off debt. And then I met a guy and he's like, man, you got to get on the HUD. These were like government houses that the government had a foreclosure on. These people getting in with no money down, kind of things. He was showing me that, and then but during that, I didn't end up using that system. But while showing me that, he showed me, hey, if you put 20% down, you find a house that's pretty beat up, you're going to do all the improvements yourself. That's where that's sweat equity. You know, he kept calling it sweat equity. And it took me a minute to even understand what that means. Like, I paint a house and the value went up. It's like, it's there. It's not in your pocket, but it's there. It takes a minute to get used to that's money. Because some people see, okay, I put money down on a house, I'm out my money. It's like, no, motherfucker, you moved it from cash to equity. It is now an asset. It's still there. You lost nothing. Until you can see that, you have no chance. If you see like my money going into here, as I lose my money, you're still in the matrix. You're still back in. You haven't transcended, man. You're not going to get wealthy thinking like that. That's what Robert Kiyosaki meant by the rich don't work for money. They do work for money, but they're not working for money. They're working to get money to get assets. You know, and they want to put all their money into those assets. And on down days, it sucks, but on big up days, you got a lot of goddamn money in there. It's pretty nice. All of a sudden, you make 120,000, say, on Bitcoin, but you're over here driving for Uber. Now you're leveraged. And what if you got a duplex, 2 single-family homes, bunch of money in this? You're trading, and you're doing this over here. That's how you start stacking. And you're making way more than you need, and you still don't raise your lifestyle much. It's only been in the last few years that I've raised my lifestyle. I kind of started to realize I might die with some money. I don't like anybody enough to leave it to. Yeah, that's a funny thing, a lot of people talk to me about generational wealth and shit. Man, fuck all that. That is not your. How did we go from you have no money to now you're trying to build generation shit? Like, we need to just get some money, bro. Like, you're too far down the road in your head. Man, when you say it like that, it's so far down the road, you're not even going to take action. Like, you need, because I get that a lot. Everybody always says, I'm trying to build generational wealth. Man, don't worry about your kids. Your kid's been stealing from you since he was born. You need money. You need to get off your ass, go get money, and find some deals. You need to put money in these assets that pay you money. Stop worrying about the next generation. Worry about you. Because that's the best way to help the next generation.
It's like, right? How can you help anybody else if you can't help yourself?
Right.
That's bad.
I think a lot of it just becomes this weird head game people play, man. To like, it starts to make you feel like you're doing something if you're thinking on such a grand fucking scale. You're like, yeah, I'm Chickenitis. But you're actually doing nothing. Instead, let's get some more of this CLM on this pullback. Don't worry about the generation. Let's get 100 goddamn shares of this, or whatever your number is. I'm thinking 1,000 shares. I need 1,000 shares by the end of the year into this pullback. Oh, here we go. Now, let's say you don't have the money for that. Okay, now we're dreaming. Good. Your goals and dreams, you want to have those goals. I just think it's good to kind of tone down I'm saving the planet stuff. I mean, dude, I'll get people to go, hey, I go, why do you want to trade? Well, I want to start a nonprofit to help. Bro, you need to want to trade because you want to trade. We're not trading to give homeless people coats. That is not a real reason to be a trader. That's going to be a byproduct of being a good trader. You can get people that don't have coats in the winter coats, right? But if your reason to take trade and to try to learn trading so you can give away coats, you're going to quit the moment you start losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to take it down and say, I just want to be a fucking trader so I can trade it from home, so I can control my own time and my life. Let's bring this shit into some shit that's about you and helping you, and yeah, man.
No, you're speaking facts. You're speaking facts, bro.
I went like 7 years living on half my income stream, and That's really what propelled me. It wasn't that I was super smart. It was literally like Forrest Gump, boiled shrimp, fried shrimp. Like that was me, man. Just paint the house, mow the yard, paint. It's not complicated. And then just keep that money. Don't spend it. Drink natural life. Man, my favorite beer is free beer. You know what I'm saying? My favorite beer is free beer. They're like, what beer do you like? Man, shit, whatever you got, bro, is all right with me. It could be malt liquor. It could be fucking this new, what are they, White Claw? I don't give a fuck. Whatever's free back then. You know, now I'm like, what do you got? I might be bringing some. You know, now it's a little different. Yeah. I hate money now too, but there's also something to that. I was trying to explain to someone, we don't want to be frugal to be frugal. You know, like we're not going to buy the cheapest iPad when we're trying to be traders. We need good equipment. Right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with buying yourself Cadillac equipment. There's nothing wrong with having a nice car. I'd rather have one nice car than 3 shitty cars. You know what I mean? I'd much rather have a badass car, just one, or a truck than have, you know, a fleet of just shit pile, you know. And I have friends that just have 5 shitty cars. It's like, bro, why don't you get one nice truck, man? You know, I don't want no payments. Okay, I get that, but I don't know if time parking down cars beats having one vehicle that you very quickly pay off.
Yeah, and all those beat down cars, you gotta, you know, fix it up. I know things going down. You gotta spend so much more money on that car.
Right. So I was like, why don't you just put half down on the new one? Make a promise to yourself you're gonna pay it out in a year, and let's get about this and get this fucking car behind us. Now we got a truck that'll last 8-9 years, and we can get about stacking some money. And you know, you might could use that vehicle to make money. You know, I've always made money with my truck in the sense that maybe I don't have to call a delivery fee because I can load it up myself in my truck. You know?
Right, and keep it pushing.
This trade's working here.
Yeah, you see that doji phone on the 5-minute?
Oh, I was literally just thinking, I bet that 5 is looking nice. You can start to see it, right? So here's what an exercise I would do. Yeah, that was a perfect one when you said it, that doji.
Yeah.
That tells you it's probably going north, right, in real time. Even though the histogram hadn't rolled over. Like it's still pointing down, but you can see the money flow pattern there forming. And now what? Now we're breaking out. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I wasn't on the, just so these guys can see it. What my man here was pointing out was this went doji, and it was like me and Jess trade together a lot. She calls that a cute doji, where it's that perfect one, you know? It's small and perfect. Those are perfect ones. I started writing a book on dojis, man, how to trade them. And so that allowed us to kind of jump the gun a little bit on the histogram, which just now tipped. But you see how seeing that got you in much faster, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
100%.
man, bro, that's it. That's it.
100%.
I mean, it got you, and that one bar could make the difference. And you can have several people trade the same strategy, and it's like this guy over here makes $340 today, and you made negative $19. And it all came down to 4 fucking bars. And one time you looked away and he caught it. And when you look back, you bought it already moving up because you got FOMO'd in. And then it pulled back. You end up losing on the trade. He ended up making $10. And you start to stack that throughout the day, man. Oh, are we pulling back already?
Yeah, we are. So
that's
fast.
All right. It might hold though. Now, here's where you got to ask yourself. So what I usually do, I run hotkeys. The top hotkey is half the position. The bottom hotkey is the full position. So I consider the full position the bailout. Bam, I'm out. The half one is to take profit. I'm usually looking to do that at these predetermined highs or the RSI up here, which I bet this RSI hits, and it'll be right up in here if it does. So we already know that, right? Like I'm playing out the trade in my head. Okay, cool. Here's my jump off. If it gets below here, I'm going to cut it. So if we go below to the candle to the left, I immediately cut it in half. No questions asked. Boom, I cut it. I can put it right back on. that loss there is going to be tiny compared to holding it down 2 or 3 bars, right?
Yeah, correct. Because then you can just get back in after those couple bars.
Right. And a lot of times the reason I hit it for half the time I'm wrong. And it immediately comes right back. So cool, it came right back. So that made up for that now I got just a little bit less, and I kind of give it a second, and then I'll put it back on. Now, this drive people crazy, though, because it'll fuck around and try your patience sometimes. And that's how I'll have 300 fucking trades during the day. Sometimes I have to go through my thing and click them, so I'm trying to see if dividends came in on the little alert thing on E-Trade. And I'll have to clear out 450 transactions, and that was from today's trade. In, out, in. Let's see. Yeah, bro, don't let me hold you. I know when you came on, we didn't pre-arrange this. I wanted to start having more people do this. Everybody gets scared.
Nah, that's why I know you was like nobody wants to do it, and I was like, I'm trying to send you my email right now. I have like 3 of your numbers, so I have like 1 regular number, 1 iPhone number, and so I've been texting the wrong number, I guess the automated number for a couple days now.
Oh yeah, I don't answer the text alert numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get people. I need to tell. I forget to. I need to see if we tell them on there. I always assume people know that's just an automated. Like I don't read the response. And, it's like 300 people to get it. So if everybody made a response, bro, I can't, it'd be 300 responses. Because sometimes people are like, oh, cool, but what about this? And I'm like, dude, just take the fucking trade. Like, don't overthink it. If I have to go back and forth with 400 people about every trade, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just want to talk to you.
Nah, I was saying what's up. I know you said you wasn't feeling so well like a week or 2 ago, so I was like trying to check up on you. But hopefully you're doing good right now.
I appreciate that. Let's see. Boom. Did that just hit?
Yeah, we're ticking up a little bit.
Wow. Oh shit. Chart readjusted. That was weird. I think I love stock charts, but it is much slower than some of the other trading platforms.
Yeah, like TradingView is a good one.
Yeah, I do my live trading on the E-Trade platform, so this allows me to have, I have it in front of me here. So when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the camera. And live streaming on YouTube and teaching and trading, so controlling your trades plus the sound, the monitor, and everything else, watching comments can be hard. It has made me a better trader. I can do more shit simultaneously. The number of people that come to trade with me and they can't talk to me while trading, and I'm so used to it that I might be having 2 conversations, eating and trading, and maybe write some shit down, and I'm doing all of them, but I do it a lot. And I practice it too. A lot of things you got to practice in life. People become adults, they stop practicing. Like podcasting, I practice that shit. I'll go sit outside with a book and I'll read it and act like I'm on a podcast. So I read out loud to practice enunciating words and shit,
Right.
Same in trading. I'll put at night, sometimes I'll put on a 5-minute and a 1-minute of Bitcoin. And I just sit there and I watch the money flow happen, and I'm watching the 5 and the 1, and I'm watching them simultaneously together. Like when you saw that doji, you start to see the breakout over here, and as it's just muscle memory, man. So that
yes, sir.
So when I'm live streaming, I'm just like bam, 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 bam. I'm not thinking it through a lot. Some people start thinking the trade. Oh my God, where's the 5th? They start looking at all this other shit and say, no, I just need these 2. That's all I need. Or getting in. People will be like, oh, I missed this run. Click the button. You're in. You didn't miss shit. Stop talking. All that time you said I missed the run, you could have just hit the button. Now you're in the run.
Sometimes I can't even text in the Discord because I'll be like, I'm in, and then I'm not in no more.
Yeah.
Because it runs without me.
Yeah. So when I wake up, first thing I do is get in. No bullshit. That's just she's trading with me. If I wake up, I grab my pad. I always go to bed with it beside me. I wake up. First thing I do as I'm waking up, I put my glasses on, I load E-Trade, I pull up the fucking thing, and I get ready to trade, man. And
Hey, I'll for sure.
I don't give a fuck what direction it's going. If it's red, I get in on the short side. And then you say, well, what if it turns? Cool. Now we're in flow. Now we're in flow. So I hope I lose on the first one. I don't give a fuck. Like, now I don't really want to lose, but if you have that attitude, I don't give a fuck, bro. Hit the button. Like, now I'm in flow. You're gonna find out within 1 or 2 candles if you trade candle by candle. If you're, and sometimes I'll wake up, hit it, make $60, close it, go to the bathroom, come back, get my thing, back to trading, man. Like, don't make it too complicated. Let's see. I don't listen to a lot of music when I'm trading unless I'm with people. Somebody mentioned about music, and sometimes I do to get myself in the mood, you know?
I don't know. You posted the tool, the little mixtape on Spotify, and I started trading with that in the very beginning.
I need to do that more, man, and I can't figure out how to. They changed up the interface there. I need to create another one because it depends on my mood, you know. I'll bounce back and forth from rap, metal, but man, Tool is some of the best shit to trade to though, because it's not too heavy. It slows down at times. It gets going at times. What's that?
I said it has a sweet melody, like the Tool, like it just starts to where it's kind of like slow, and then it builds up. You know, usually when it builds up, it pops up.
Yeah, we'll put this back on there. If anybody wants to join us, just send me a text, man. Oh, I got a lot of friends hitting me up about Walgreens.
Now they are.
They're like, what's up with Walgreens, man? That's the dog of the Dow, man. Why'd you doubt it? 23%. Damn. I might buy some in celebratory. Shit, even with a 23% move, it'd lower my price point if I bought now. That's how down that thing has been, man. Let's see. All right, so we got a nice setup on the 5-minute. Now, if I was trading on a 5-minute, I would look to maybe a 30-minute as my next higher up. Let's see. I'll check on the 30-minute here. So this is that 5-minute, man. That is a nice money flow pattern too. Damn, I'm up fucking $1,500 in Walgreens today. I haven't seen that in years.
Good shit, GP. Good shit.
Yeah, I'm still in the red on the stock, but that's a hell of a move. Wow. I'm guessing there was some good news, huh? Did you happen to see what that news was?
I can check it out on Barron's right now or CNBC. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me, if I can pull up the CNBC. Let's see. They didn't report no earnings, did it?
They're talking about selling itself to a firm.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it could sell itself to somebody else. I believe it's.
Oh, it's a Wall Street Journal report or something?
CNBC just posted it 46 minutes ago.
Let's see. That's a big, just as they take it out of the Dow too.
Yeah. Sakamura has been discussing a deal that could complete early next year. The Wall Street Journal reported citing people familiar with the matter. New York-based Sycamore would likely sell off pieces of Walgreens business.
I think
Oh,
that's an opportunity. So I think you have to add
Yeah,
to
I
non-mag
don't know what he
segment
was
and be
saying.
considerate. In the
But yeah,
event
that's
you see NVIDIA dip under $130, you're going to see all these 500 ETFs that own NVIDIA, they're going to have to trim and rebalance. I think that could exaggerate a bit of a pullback here, not more than 5% or 7%, but that will make it a more of an acute feeling because we become so acclimated and so used to the market just going up.
Yeah, that's a funny point, that if it falls, they'll have to trim, where you'd think, well, but wait a minute, if it falls, then they're bullish and bad. Andres, same question to you. Given that we don't know exactly what's going to happen next year, what should you do, practically speaking, about it?
Well, if you look at any random day over the last 30 years versus buying at all-time highs, this is a report that JP Morgan put out a couple quarters back. It turns out that buying at all-time highs, if you just look at the data, you actually ended up with better returns than any given day. So I think people shouldn't be afraid to invest because we're near all-time highs. You need to look at the fundamentals. Earnings growth is supposed to be double-digit next year. Multiples are expensive, but there is a momentum economically speaking. The Fed is lowering rates. So in essence, if you flip a coin, is the market likely to go up or down?
yeah. Markets don't go down.
Try to do anything like, stay trim in areas that you particularly might think, like, let's say you even wanted to.
We're breaking out on the 5-minute. If we can close this bar.
Boom. Yeah, we are. Boom. Now, I know a guy that trades similar to as we do with the money flow, except he combines all these time frames, and it's like he doesn't get stopped out on a 1 minute. Like he's taking his trades on the 5-minute, and then he uses the 1 minute, kind of downsizing it and increasing it, and I don't know, man. It's hard for me to hold it when I'm trading big shares like that. When I see the 1 minute go at stage 4, but as long as the 5 is on a buy, he would hold it. So if I'm doing that, I just can't watch the 1 minute. Like if I'm taking my signals on the 5, I got to stay there.
Yeah, because then, yeah, I agree with you. My emotions go wild. If I'm playing the 5, then I'm watching the 1 minute, then it's ridiculous. Give me 1 sec, GP. I'll be right back.
Yeah, bro. I can take you down for just a second. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. View on your stream. What's up, man? So we still got 45 people. Big move out of Walgreens, man. You married?
Nah, pimp. No,
Okay.
26 kids. A licensed tattoo artist in Las Vegas. I love snowboarding and making money.
Okay, you're a tattoo artist. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
You know Vermin in our group?
Yeah. I think he lives in San Diego, right? Or
yeah, he's slinging ink too. My buddy Anthony in New Orleans, he's a retired tattoo artist.
Okay. Is he the one that did the money flow on your arm?
No. That wasn't him. That's another guy here local. I hadn't met him yet. He's my friend. He's retired now. He was a fireman, got burned, and then he started doing tattooing. He's one of the first people to have a tattoo. He was the first guy to ever have tattoo on burnt skin.
Oh, wow.
Like he helped work with the guy that perfected that. I guess there was a time period where nobody would do that, you know?
Yeah, I still wouldn't touch that. That's too.
Yeah, it's dangerous, right? So he worked with a guy to do that. And what was cool is once he did that over all his burns, nobody noticed the burns.
Right.
I mean, burns you don't because the tattoos, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But all his original tattoos burned off, man. Like it's crazy. And then when they first did it, they just went away. You know, so it was like crazy story. But yeah, I'm around a lot of tattoo guys. You can make good money tattooing.
Oh, great money, especially being in a tourist town or something like that.
Yeah, New Orleans is one, and a lot of cats to be an artist though. Artists, they got vices. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could be a well-paid guitar player and be broke. All right, so we're hitting the RSI, I think. Let's see. Oh, almost. Yeah, almost. Let's see. It went sideways there so long. Now, I use Bollinger Bands on my actual trading platform just because visually I can see it faster than I can see the RSI. Basically does the same thing. Bollinger Bands are just a visual way to see it around price versus just a line crossing a number. But they both do
And
the
doesn't that
same
show
thing.
where doesn't institutional traders use Bollinger Bands, if I'm correct?
A lot of them do. Just John Bollinger was an institutional trader, and he was kind of an early influencer before they were using that word.
Right.
So if you look right now, it's breaking out of them, and so boom, you could sell some of the position, take in gains. That's visually a quick way. Now, once it starts running, like anything else, then I'd be looking to take some down here. But Bollinger Bands take a minute to get used to. They do other things, and sometimes some of the stuff I've changed some of my indicators basically because being that I publicly teach it, I want to be able to teach it to people, not confuse the shit out of them. And since at the end of the day, I'm getting the same information out of an RSI as I am a Bollinger Band, because even with RSI, you can get more down the rabbit hole, man. You could start putting trend lines on it, and I like to see the RSI break below 50 and then break back out. To me, that's a very aggressive signal. But you get too into the weeds on that, and I find with a lot of newer people, it just confuses them. They get hung up on these little things rather than the big fucking picture of the flow of price.
Right.
I think as you get better and better, if you can add more and more tools that are going to make your trading better, I mean, it just makes sense. People tend to do that too fast before they've mastered the mundane, the simple. Price breaking above a 20. Let's don't get too caught up in the different moving averages if we're still struggling with, The goal is not to make it more complicated. We really want to simplify our trading over time. I don't even know that I need indicators anymore. To me, it's a lot like putting a scope on a gun. You can still shoot a gun, but put a scope on it, we can kind of pull it in a little bit, a little tighter shot group. But I don't necessarily need it.
We're slowly ticking up straight to that 200-day, though.
We are. I just put all my position back on. I had taken it down. I had sold half, but then it looked like it was going to hold. Now it doesn't, does it? Yeah, so up in here, I'm happy to get in and out. I don't want to take any more losses going into this last 2 hours. So I'd like to trade tight as fuck.
Yeah, no, me too. I've been trading low shares just to protect my my profits.
That's if you have a good day, the easiest way to then keep that shit is just take it down. Trade half. It can be hard on you mentally. Now, sometimes you got to make a distinction between the market is just giving us fucking money. Like, it's just every trade is working. If every trade is working, I mean, you got winner. Don't take it down. Wait till you get a loss in there. Because I've had that where I had 8 or 9 just in a row, just banging and banging. It's like, and then halfway through, I go, oh, I'm a downsize. And it's like, bro, why? You didn't even have a loser. Like, why did you do that? But it is a good strategy. I used to do that. I would do that a lot in blackjack. I'd be playing and then, I'd just start putting those black chips in my pocket. Sometimes it's better to play down because you're not going to keep winning. You know that ain't going to happen. And so it's like just getting ahead, just knowing when the market's being generous to you and knowing when it's just beating the shit out of you, and this is not your day. And then my brain goes to bet bigger, and that is the worst strategy.
Right.
Let's see, man. Sometimes I forget I'm live. Put this on. Looks like we're about to sell off.
Yeah, no, I see that too.
I have no position right now. 5 minute looks okay though. Yeah, man. I say stay with the long side. Yeah, the momentum on, you see the histogram on the 5.
Right.
So for the viewing audience, we come over here, we see that histogram. That histogram is ticking up. As long as it's ticking up, I'm hold off on any kind of short. But now it just went flat.
It's going flat.
It went flat right in front of us. Yeah. Now, one of the things I do, I was telling you I do with my old phones is I'll have, I put them on this little stand. I learned this from this kid on TikTok, man. He had them on his monitor, and he would just put his favorite indicator. That's when I started doing it, where I would have just the history. I was like, oh shit, out of the mouth of babes. I never thought to do it. Little 14-year-old's got like 5 phones in front of him. He's day trading. That's fucking great, man. Oh, I think we're going to turn right here. This is where we stand our ground.
Really hot and strong.
Yeah, this is it. I knew it. I could feel it in my bones.
This is strong.
Only the strong. Oh shit. So I'm back in full.
You're back in full? Yeah. Are you playing the 5 minute?
I mean, I'm watching the 5. It kind of ticked down, but we got a big breakout. First we got a doji.
Ground free.
It didn't really show it on stock charts.
Oh, but it's
Pleasant surprise. It's more explosive by surprise. Great.
This is a surprise.
Silence. We heard Sparta was on the warpath. We could have joined forces. If it's luck you see. Well, join us. Only this handful of soldiers against Xerxes? Yeah, I was wrong to expect Sparta's commitment to at least match our own.
Oh.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
You, there. Is your profession?
I drive for Uber, sir.
And you, Arcadia, what is your profession? Sculptor, sir. You?
Here.
We got another doji on the 5 minute.
Ooh.
What is your profession?
Let's see. Man. Yeah, I need this candle to hold. It went right to the low. The other candle is stopped. So if that goes down, I'm going to bust out. At least half. So I want this candle here to hold. Now, some people might say, well, isn't that your anchor point? Yeah, on a normal chart and a day chart, but that's not the game we're playing here. So I sold half, and it looks like it came right back. See. Damn. You've been doing the second income stuff?
Yes, sir. Of course. I get paid every week.
Okay.
For sure, for sure. There's a new one that you and Jess was talking about, I believe, on Monday, yesterday or Friday, about the Bitcoin options fund, the Bitcoin ETF option fund or something that YieldNox is coming out with, if it haven't already came out.
Right. Yeah, it's out. The CEP.
CEP.
Right here. Yeah, CEPI.
Oh, the Rex Crypto Equity Premium.
Yeah, that one's interesting. It's different. Damn. Down we go there, huh?
Another stock.
Yeah, momentum's to the downside now.
Oh, you see Tesla? Tesla's about to break $30 today.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's at $29.54.
What can I bring for you this glorious
We're
afternoon?
jumping around. Man.
Here's the game plan. You can bring us two absolute point teams, you know, if I can straight up. Then precisely 7.5 minutes after that, you're going to bring us two more. Then two more after that, every 5 minutes until
Does this thing really work? What are we talking about?
I'm good for water for now, though. Thank you. First day on Wall Street. Give him time.
I can say it works for sure. 100%.
Oh, he did the money thing. Oh, just, I got to use that quote the other day. This guy commented in my thing. He goes, something about me being drunk in the video. He was saying that I was acting like I was drunk. And so in the comments, I said, how else would I be a YouTuber without cocaine and hookers, man? A line from the Wall Street movie, you know? I always like when I can. That was a big thing when I was in the Army. We would, it was a game we played with each other. We would quote a movie scene. And if you were sharp, you'd have to pick up on whoever the other character was.
Right.
If you were in long enough and tried, you could keep up because we always used the same 5 or 6 movies, you know, be like Outlaw Josie Wells or fucking, you know, Goodfellas, some shit like that. Some, you know, movie everybody knew, that, you know, Escape from New York or something.
Right.
If you were new, you would be like, why are they talking like that? Like they wouldn't understand that we're acting out scenes from movies. And I had a buddy, man, he was like an actor, so he would get all into it. We would do dumb shit, and then we'd watch Jeopardy for endless fucking hours. That was the only thing that was on TV, man. Let's see.
So were you investing even in the military?
I was then, but not now. I mean, here's what's funny. Sometimes you can be at the right age and do good shit, and you're too stupid to know you're doing good shit, and then still mess it up. Like, I was doing this Franklin Templeton fund. My dad, I don't remember who had me set it up, man, and I had like $100 a month come out, and I was going to do it during basic. Well, then I realized no one knew about the money. Like, my wife didn't, nobody knew. I was, you know what, I'm just going to leave this shit, man. So for years, this thing's just banging it. I go through my divorce, everything. No one notices this fund because it's not like today where everything's electronic and stuff. You know, no one's asking. So I end up, and I got a chunk of money in there. So what do? 6 years in or whatever, when I get out, take it out to spend it, you know? So, yeah. And if you run from that age to now at 54, and that thing was in a Franklin Templeton S&P fund, if I would have just left it, it's like, it's not like more than I have now, but it's a shit ton of money. And it just shows like, instead I took it out, and I don't even remember what I bought with it, to be honest. I just needed a cushion because I was getting out of the Army. And my brain wasn't like, I knew what I had done was smart. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I did this. So it's almost like the guy that buys Bitcoin really low and it runs up, and his big plan is to get rid of the Bitcoin and take the cash and go spend it. And then you have no Bitcoin, and then you watch it double again. Yeah. And it was like that experience. And Oh, what platform is it still scalping? We're watching this right now on stock charts, a little bit delayed. It's a 1 minute chart. I took a shot at the short side. I'm only up $5,
Oh,
but
good
I don't
job
think
on
it's.
that.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna hold though.
No, I'm waiting for another setup to go long again.
Yeah, Moshi. This is day trading right now. I mean, that's not all we do. You're talking about the money flow. We do a little bit of everything, man. Day trade, swing trade.
Buy and hold.
Yeah, that's one thing that I mean, is that one concept I brought to you was, hey, let's do it all. Just bucketize it, you know, and you're gonna only have so much money like you may only be so heavy in I'm gonna close the short. Like maybe in crypto you're just not that heavy. Well, that's just this cycle right now. So people they're too all in, all out, chasing. They're moving from one thing to another. It's like own everything, dude. Like I want to own dividend stocks, and I want to own Bitcoin, and I want to day trade, and I want to not just one thing.
And I need that income stream.
Right. And honestly, when I started really working on that, I've been doing it for a while before I showed the group because, you know, I don't like to show things in, you know, your hand. Just as I get out of my short, it drops. That's the way it usually happens. You know, I got 15 rental houses, so I wanted to sell. I'm gonna be selling 15 houses. My wife is my property manager. I don't want to hire a property manager. We're leaving Texas, so I have properties in Texas, Louisiana, and Florida. I'm gonna keep the property at the beach, you know, in Florida. I'm gonna keep my house in New Orleans. Those are just like trophies, like buying a Ferrari or something. I just like houses. Cars are cool, but I'm trying to get fucking rich, not spend money on cars. And
that's a liability there.
A liability, bro. And everywhere you go, people are fucking with your car. And you know what happens when you look like you're getting out in this fucking Ferrari. You think everybody's happy for you? No. There may be a dude or two who's like, bro, how did you get that? That may be that guy, but most people are like, fuck this dude. I don't know. I just find, and I'm trying to help regular people, so I kind of need to maneuver around them. And, you know, I like to stand out, but not in a way that turns them off. So there's a fine line there you're walking between showing off and pushing someone away, you know? Because why would anyone listen to you if you don't own anything or have a lifestyle that's better than theirs, right?
Yeah, a lifestyle that they want to live. They would listen to you.
Right. No, they're not going to listen, right? So if they look over and you're fucking on a roof sweating your ass off all day, then you're trying to give him advice and he don't want to be on a roof. He's not listening to that. And so but at the same time, it's like, you know, I'm not turned on by the mansions and all of that because I never met a real trader that lived like that. I mean, every guy that I met who's a real baller, like really make money, a lot of them, you know, they just look like normal people, man. You know, a lot of times, you know, not to say that, you know, I like blingy shit too, man. I got a new watch on right now. Bada boom. I love the blingy ones, you know.
Oh, that's crispy. That's black and gold too, right there. Or?
Yeah.
That's nasty.
I know. I love it, man. I always know when it's a good one. My wife's like, "Take that off." That's when I know it's bomb. I'm like, "Are you crazy?" And then I'll wear it. But here's what's funny. That right there will get some young dude to talk to me. That watch, because he can see himself having that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, 100%.
It ain't a Lamborghini. I pull up from. I may get his attention for a minute, but he knows it's a long fucking ways from getting a Lamborghini from where he's at.
Right.
But if I got a nice chain on, that opens a conversation. And some, you know, I'll wear the other ones. Sometimes they're kind of obnoxious, but it works, man. I get they'll talk to me. And that's, you know, I get people that fuck with me about it too, though. Oh, who you trying to be? Shit, I always say the same thing. I'm trying to be you, bro. Trying to be like you. You look like you got it going on. Nobody knows, you know, it's kind of hard to get mad at you for that. Every once in a while, I get people that fuck with me, though. And then the other, social media will kind of let's say me and you go to the same bar all the time. In New Orleans, this could happen. You might make $10 an hour. I'm rich. We're at the same bar at the same time, drinking the same drinks, you know?
Right.
And all of a sudden, our phones will start syncing. I'm gonna take a shot at this one. Our phones.
About it. I'm in it too.
Just because of that doji there.
Yeah.
That's a hangman doji. Yep, and it just touched it right here. So, all of a sudden they'll go to YouTube and I'll pop up, and they don't know me that way, you know. They just see me at the bar when they're getting off work. That's when I'm there, because I go up there a lot in New Orleans and at night, and I write because nobody interrupts me.
Right.
And then, you know, all of a sudden the dude will be like, "Oh, there's Hollywood." Now I'm Hollywood. Or I see you, and then I get called a grifter. First time I heard that was there. I'm like, a what? A grifter? I had to go look it up, man. The fuck is a grifter? So obviously I can't be that if I don't even know what the fuck it is, but I went and looked it up. And it was basically, no matter what's hot, that's what you're teaching. That's what you're trying to sell. I'm like, bro, I wish that was true. I've been doing the same shit 24 years. I buy stage ones. I fucking try to swing trade. I buy 2-bedroom, 1-bath houses, and I just take the money and reinvest. I really don't have any magic.
That's all it takes. I've noticed exactly what you said. Stop buying bullshit and buy some income. Like,
and you get addicted to it like a toy, man. Like I'm always looking at it on my phone. And now my wife doesn't get much out of my enjoyment of looking at it. You know what I mean? Like you might have some people in your life who go, okay, that's great, bro, but we ain't got no money. You go, oh yeah, we got lots of money. We just don't have money to buy that, you know? Yeah. I had one dude there. These aren't things I normally do. I had this one dude who's like, just starts fucking with me that I'm obviously faking because I'm hanging out there, you know?
Right.
He goes, I bet you know, he starts talking shit. And I said, cool. Here, hold on. I'll open up an account and show it, hand him my phone, you know? Oh, now I'm a dick. I'm like, bro, you just put me in that spot, man. Now I've just proven you. Now I'm an asshole.
But see, instead of people taking in like, you know, offense, I'd be like, well, how do you do that? Like,
that's
what
the first thing I would say. A smart man would look at me and go, hey, how the fuck do I get that on my phone?
Yeah,
like that would be right.
Do I gotta come here every night at this time, or like?
Hell yeah! I tell people that all the time. If I could have ran into me at this bar, and I'm a dishwasher, I was like, you don't even know who you're sitting next to. They'll take that as being arrogant. And I was telling that as, bro, I teach people how to get wealthy. You're too stupid to do anything with it.
Yeah.
You're just going to sit here next to me all weirded out because I got a little money, so you're going to act weird instead of asking me how to get some.
No, 100%.
And shit, I would have bought him a beer and taught him how to do it. Right? But instead he's going to insult me. And it's just, I never understand it. And I do this to people too. And I'll be like, where do you work? You know, they're like, Cisco. Oh, shit. No shit, huh? I want to talk to them. I own shares in Cisco. Some people, well, man, they love that. And then other people are like weirded out.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, I made some money not too long ago at a house party in New Orleans. And Cisco's one of the dogs of the Dow. Man, this thing is not turning, is it? And this guy's like mid-level corporate. Like he probably made $450 a year. I mean, he wasn't, you know, no low man. So we just sat there talking, dude. And he goes, man, we're killing it. Really? The stock is really down, bro. And he goes, I know, it's weird. He goes, all the bosses are buying and we've been having, I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And it's one of the new dogs of the Dow. This was just this last year, man. So it was the stage one. Earnings are coming up. I just buy the shit out of it.
Right.
That thing has been straight up since. He was telling me what was up then. And all that was me in a room. And I could have ignored him and went and talked about some dumb shit with somebody here. Or I could have stayed on my money.
Yep.
And then my wife's going, how come you always got to do that, talking to everybody about their, you know, you're making them nervous. And I'm like, okay.
I
Sorry.
could be making the rich. I could be making
Right. Maybe just go sit down at your beach house and over here at the thing. Don't worry about what I'm doing. But $22,000 on that. So at a party, I make 22 grand. Just because I know I know the stock market. I know it inside and out, not like casually know it. I know it. And that the reason I was able to make 22 was 19, 20 years earlier of fucking grinding and practicing, so that when you handed me the ball right now in the fucking, you know what I mean? So when Tom Brady gets handed the ball in that first playoff, this ain't his first time at the fucking line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he ain't fumbling the ball.
Right. A lot of people are trying to make those big moves. They don't have the skill set. So they're not set up right and not diversified right. You're playing the wrong instrument. They're wasting time trying to play options. They ain't figured out how to read a chart yet. Like you're just getting shit out of order.
Yeah.
This thing's turning, man. I got a feeling. Yeah, if you ever trade live with me where we're jacked up and I got like 6 monitors going, sometimes it'll go doji at the very bottom of the I'm like, I'm all in. They'll be like, no, this is not what you show us. And I go, yeah, right now you're trading with me, and I'm in flow. Let's see. But you can't get that state until you really want to get there because you've traded a lot. You follow the rules. It's okay to lose. Most trades are going to be losers. Who cares? Damn, I forgot my.
Hey, did you ever add it to Boar, or are you still watching Boar?
Oh yeah, I'm still watching it.
Yeah, I kind of dripped in yesterday, slowly but surely. I seen
Pull
it break
that
the
up.
5-day.
Oh yes, I'm glad you said something.
Yeah, I got you, pimp.
I appreciate that. Guys, this is Boar. This is a speculative play. Really should have been on it yesterday. I'm trying to bring on. I was trying to trade. And I've trained several, but to trade that can trade if I handed them my shit and walked away. You know.
Right.
They know. Oof, that one came down. They know what's up. And I've tried this a few times, and people's life just busts them out. You know.
Right.
They can't stay on it consistently to where I can just handle my shit and walk away. Let's see. Let's see. From Trinidad. If this man's from Trinidad, you know what he's been trading? Forex like a motherfucker. That is all day trade. If you're outside the U.S., you're trying to get into trading, they're all Forex futures, fucking options, binary call options. That shit is one-day trades.
One-day trade.
One day is your all call option. I don't know. I can't move like that. I'm do one-day trades, but not with that instrument. I think it's the wrong instrument. Ooh, we'll see. We hit right at the previous bottom here. This is an ugly fucking downturn. Jesus. Damn. It's already turned on E-Trade. Oh, boom. I'm going to take a shot at the long side. We're totally against the trend here. I am, but I feel like we're coming back. So I haven't really taken any losses when I've gone against the trend here.
Right.
Oh, wow. Wow, my account is coming down, huh?
CLM is still dropping, it looks like?
It must be, man, because somebody must be concerned about the Fed, man. That is the only thing
today?
What's that?
You said we have a Fed meeting going on today?
I don't think it was a meeting today, but somebody's concerned about something. Somebody said something because this drop is pretty good size. Let's see. Everybody's gonna freak the fuck out. Now, I don't know if you've seen this. You haven't seen this, have you?
Yep.
I don't think so. Go ahead and play it.
Hey guys,
no, I
Gerald
don't think
Peters. So second
you
income
just
stream.
posted this one.
You probably heard me say this. This is not investing.
Oh, right. I did it on
It's
my
not trading.
IG.
And yeah, we're using things that people might use in investing and things they might use in trading, like a brokerage account or a margin account. And we might actually invest in some various stocks and funds that a trader or an investor would do. But we're trying to look at it from a different perspective. What we're trying to do is to accumulate assets. Much like real estate, I want to buy something that I think will appreciate, produce cash flow, right? So the same concept is what we're trying to do here, except these assets are stock market related and what some people might call soft assets. They're not a house. It's not a building. It's not
There's
a
a 5 minute on
Some of
the
these
5
assets
minute
invest
chart.
in
There's
those things.
a
So what this allows us to do.
Yeah, I'm in on the long side now. Let's see. Ooh, went doji.
Yeah. With you 100%.
Oh, boom.
Let's go.
And you can kind of see it if you look. Let's see. That one got a little. What in the fuck? Oh, it was a little jumpy there, huh? Back on there. Yeah, I mean, doji right at this support level. I mean, that's a no-brainer trade you take. Like if you walk up and see that and you see this massive support zone, you know, this is when you got to read between the lines on what all needs to line up. They're not going to let me do it. Some days it'll do that, some days it won't. But when you can see that just as obvious as can be, you take a shot of that. That's when you can jump it. You can drop the indicators. You can jump the, just don't take a big loss on it. And if it immediately turns, get the fuck out because everything was telling you not to be in it. You really only had confluences when multiple things are lining up. Typically on that, you're going to have support, probably the RSI, and they're both going to be telling you there's a reversal. And then you get like a doji. I think that's enough, man. I take a shot at it. But if it turns, sometimes too, you'll see those zones take a minute to build out. So it'll start to build, it'll drop down and stop you out, come right back up to that zone again and start building it again. To me, that's highly aggressive. I get right back in.
Right.
Let's see. And those can fuck with you because if it's a strong down move, it'll just move down and then it'll set up this what looks like this beautiful base again. And it just never does it. Man, I'm afraid to look at the big picture right now. I got Walgreens breaking out. I got the best fund in the world, CLM tumbling. What is going on?
Yeah,
what
it's
is
ridiculous. The bloodbath.
Yeah, what is going on in the world? Damn, I'm down $12,000 right now. That might make another man nervous.
Shit, it would make me nervous right now. I can't cap. I'm not lying.
Let's see. Man, I could trim a little more Adobe here and do something. I got a bunch of trades in my margin account right now. Man, I'm wishing wishing it was Walgreens. Let's see. Man, I knew I should have went all in, whole family fortune on Walgreens. Yeah. That's funny though. Walgreens, Celsius is breaking out too. So you see what's happening, right? All the shittiest stocks are breaking out, and everything else is coming down, man. What is that? What is going on with this world, man? We're about to get busted out here. This level, is it holding? Yeah, I got my new watch, man. I ain't gonna lie, I got 2 new ones. I got this one, which is pretty obnoxious, and the gold and the diamonds, and my other one is just all blings. Like it is so obnoxiously bling.
Are they both Rolex, or what are they?
The other one, no, the other one is like $600. So these aren't high end, expensive watches. The one in there is a Bolivia. Is that how you say it? It's about $600 on the higher ones on that. I have one really expensive watch, and but you know what's funny? I don't get near the compliments on that as I do on my $400 or $500 ones. Even I got one that's like $260, man. Everywhere I wear it, people are like, man, I like that watch, bro. Thanks, man. They just assume it's real diamonds. It ain't got to be real. What's the difference between a real one and a man-made one? Not much, man.
I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what got me on that? I had this one necklace I wear in New Orleans. You could very easily get jacked, robbed, or shot. So I'm very quick to go, oh, you like this necklace? Shit, bro, here. Many times. They don't even know what to do. Like, I ain't even gave you a chance to try to rob me. I'm giving it. And then I say, shit, man, I like it too. You want to trade? You know, and they'll be like, you what? You know, but I've had to sell it. It's $17 from Amazon, bro. Like here.
You can have that.
You can have it. And then what's funny is I'll wear this one, $17, and I have a Rolex. It's like $9,000. I never, ever, does anyone ever say anything about it? With that Amazon necklace, I have dozens of them. People are like, man, I like that necklace, bro. Thanks. They don't say $17. They don't say shit about the $9,000 watch. So that's when I'm like, this is all a scam. Like, just wear what you like, what you wear, like whatever you like to look. It don't have to be real. Just real to you. Let's see. Damn, we're getting a little traffic here. New Orleans is a costume city, though. Like, you wear costumes, man. So everybody's wearing something fake. I mean, fake diamonds. I have some blinged out Vans, man. They're all diamond out.
Bedazzled
like a motherfucker. And it's the only city where, like here where I live in Huntsville, people, I mean, you might get stopped by the cops, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, it's so conservative and southern. They're like, he obviously has something wrong with him. Why is he wearing those shoes? In New Orleans, that ain't gonna stop nobody. That's like living in LA. You're not even getting you might have a shooting there and nobody even looks back, man. They just keep walking. They don't want to have shit to do with it, you know?
Yeah, that's the world we live in now.
Yeah. I've been in 3 drive-bys in New Orleans. Now, obviously, wow. I wasn't the target, but I was right there when it happened. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like it. I know that's not good for the people getting shot, but I was in the Army 7 years. It makes me feel young. That's crazy, right? Yeah, and I know that's not something you should look forward to or like, but man, I feel like throwing, bam, come on, man, let's go. Like, I'm getting excited, man. People, but you know what? I feel like too, when you're 10 foot tall and you're bulletproof like that, my friends are like, you're not bulletproof. You need to stop. No, I'm not getting shot. You are, because you're tracking the bullets. Like, you're scared. I'm not scared, man. Now, I don't want to get shot. All that said, like, I'm trying not to, but I'm not going to get shot crying about it. Like, same in trading. I don't give a fuck. Take it to 0. Take CLF and CRM to fucking 0. I don't care. Once you can do that, you got superpowers. Think about it. If you're a boxer, you don't want to get hit, man. You think Mike Tyson's worried about getting hit?
He was in the Jake Paul fight.
Yeah, but he's also like 56. That dude's like 29 and ripped. That kid was not small. I mean, I felt bad for Tyson. You could see Tyson too, man. Think of how many times he's been hit compared to Jake Paul. I don't know. Tyson didn't get hit a lot, I guess. He did not, but man, he's knocked. I think he played down. Right? Is that what the rumors are?
Yeah, I mean, he got money. He got paid. So
I don't mind him getting paid, but goddamn, really try to hurt each other. Like, fuck, dude, you're getting all this money. Let's fight. I don't know why they'd want to bullshit it, but I don't know. I think if Tyson would have landed one solid, that kid was out.
Yeah, I feel like in the very beginning when he hit him, Jake Paul knew that, like, you know what I'm saying?
That? It rattled him, dude. I saw him.
Yeah, for sure.
Jake knew what was up then. He's like, oh, my play. If I fought Tyson, he'd have to catch me. So I'm a cardio his ass out, and then I'm gonna come in on him because he's never been strong cardio
until you get tired. That's right.
I always felt like if I'd have been younger when all that shit was taking off, I might have been into that. The UFC.
Yeah. Martial arts.
I was already hitting 40 when like that shit started on TV, with Hoist Gracie and all them.
Right.
I was late 30s. And I was working out and shit, and I thought it was cool with Shamrock and that Hoist Gracie. I said, man, I'd beat the fuck out of that dude. That Hoist Gracie would choke everyone.
Yeah.
Try that shit. I would beat. I always, in my head, I would say this shit, and then giant guys would go in there and get the shit choked out of them. So I'm sure I would have too,
but you would have been with the friction though.
I would have tried, yeah. And I hated that shit. They would do that judo shit. He would come in his gi, just fucking choke people out.
Yeah.
All right, we got maybe a shot here. Damn. I don't think so. I think it's to the downside, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting out of this.
Yeah. I'm going to take a shot at this downside. Let's do it. As soon as I get short, this motherfucker's going up. Yeah, so took some chops there. I was hoping for a turnaround, but no such luck. And I think we were justified in it, too. If you look at the 5-minute, it looked like it wanted to turn there.
Yeah, with that doji hanging. That was a nice Jesus candle about 4 bars ago on the 5-minute chart.
I bet it comes back to it, man. That's just too good a candle. Come on, you can't just throw up dojis like this. Somebody's watching this going, hey, did you see the doji? Bring it back.
Bring it back.
bring it back. Fucking Fed's in there. Jerome Powell's in there trading. I always wonder if that dude traded and just like didn't tell people. Like maybe sometimes he comes out and he's pissed. Best thing to do when you walk up on a chart is just back trade it. I just pretend like, all right, where would I have wanted to get in,
Right.
I just start pretending like I had been in the trade. And that kind of can help you analyze it.
To see where it should be going?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to come back to that doji, man. Man, I might change my name to Doji. Is that a rapper already? Is there a Doji rapper?
No, I don't think so. There's a Doge Father, though.
There's a Doge Father. Doji. Man, I got to get some Doji tattoos. How many stock market tattoos you done? I've been trying to work on some ideas. And my buddy's never done any.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't done any, but if you want one, I got you on GP.
Well, I'm going to do the money flow thing across my chest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, big style.
Gang affiliated. He's gang affiliated.
Yeah. So if I get locked up, I'll be like, fuck yeah, I'm in a gang, bro. Money gang.
Yeah. Turn on my now. Turn on my...
Exactly. Yeah, I want to do the full from the shirts, the money flow gang. Where like metallic letters, just says money flow.
That's fire.
But I was thinking of some other one. I had this one, and I was like, oh, what about a bull and a bear? And they're like going at it. And then in the background, there could be, like that would be one way if you're going to do, big stuff.
I might have to do stock market flash tattoos now.
Yeah, there's not a lot out there, and some of them that are out there are weird. But some of the shit that goes with, I think dice kind of goes with that theme. Playing cards if you're a trader. And I had this one I was playing with in my head. It was dice, some cards in behind the money flow pattern, like kind of mixed in. But it, you know, a lot of the artists don't trade, so they're just like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I even thought of a chart on my back, like this big with the indicators, the whole thing, like the perfect pattern.
The money flow. You got
Yeah.
your stage 1, your breakout, your stage 3.
Yeah. You're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, bro. But I want it like, you know, little 3, yeah.
I mean, you can get your biggest like trade of the year tattooed on your back.
That's what I was thinking. I was waiting for just a glorious trade, and then have that one is the one that's put on. Yeah,
that'd be sad.
Like, I got a buddy. He's like, why would you do that? I'm like, bro, you have flowers on you, bro. Flowers. This has made me millions. Can I put this on me? Is that okay? Okay, you got flowers. Leave me.
You got a point there.
Yeah, because they were making it sound like my shit was trivial, but his skull flower thing was something, you know, and I was like, it's just something I'm into, man. And if you're at the beach or something, all of a sudden you pull it, they're like, God damn, I think that dude trades stock. You would catch every stock trader's attention. Okay, just like in ballet, it's all choreographed for profit. He's probably heard he wasn't allowed to throw certain punches as part of it. Yep, I heard that too. He wasn't allowed to throw certain punches. That's some bullshit too, man.
Oh, gee, who was it?
They were saying that on Reddit stuff, that part of the contract said that he wasn't allowed to like throw uppercuts because that could hurt Jake. No shit, that's why we're throwing them.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, we got a nice pop on this one.
Yeah, me along.
Damn, dude, I hate to even look at my account. Oh, I was gonna check. Yeah, I'm in long. Let me check Adobe, man. That's something I can raise some money.
Oh, EL too. EL broke up too again today.
Oh my God, Walgreens was up 26%. Oh, Lily?
No, EL Lauder.
Oh, yeah.
The makeup company.
Ooh, are you in this? Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been watching this. I seen it drop in November, and I've been stocking this one for a minute.
Did you get in down here on the stage 1?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Killer trade.
Whenever I get these gap sections like this, one, it's rare that you get a straight run after it. That's rare. You know, like you got your sideways.
Right.
Right. So for anybody watching, whenever you get a big gap down, I usually talk about as minimum 3 days before I even consider getting in, because almost always it continues red. There's no reason to get in until about right there. Would you get in around 65?
So I got in, my buy-in exactly was 67.14.
Okay. Yeah, right there on the breakout. Damn.
Yeah, right around the breakout.
Good trade, man. Good trade. Wherever the bottom of the drop zone
is your take profits, correct?
Right around. And matter of fact, yesterday you had a hangman doji, it looks like. Look at that. Yeah. You took profits already?
No, I only had 2 shares. I've been holding it.
Let's see. Shit, that's still a beautiful trade. And I might be about to trim here because we got a doji. I'm going to just take some down just in case, because I need to make some money. Be ready to put it back on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm going to go ahead and step aside for a second.
That just reversed on us.
I got hit there. I think I got out just. That's a beautiful breakout, though, right now on the 5 minutes. So probably coming right back. If you got out, be ready to get right back in. If it gets above the 5, I'll be right back in. Now, some people may say, well, you wasted a little. Yeah, you did. But if it had kept going down, you'd been happy you did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Rather protect your capital than lose it all, trying to be greedy.
Absolutely. Live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day. Yeah, Tesla is ripping up $18 today. Broke 400 finally.
No shit.
That's why Tesla was going about to break 30.
Let's see. Let me pull up Tesla. Man, this VOR. Need to get in on the VOR. I would add to that today.
Yeah. I got mine.
I'm going to go ahead and post that shit. You guys, anybody watching, if you hit the QR code, you can get on the email list up there. But if you're in stock charts, you can figure it out over it. You go over to the public chart list, go to the money flow trade ideas. You'll see my charts in there. Post this in Discord. I'm gonna put that chart in my channel too.
Yeah, looks like we're breaking the 5 and 10 moving average on the 5-minute chart.
Oh. Yeah, man, nice. All right. So here's the 5-minute, and it's running, coming off the bottom there. Oh, glorious. We can run back to this 85.70. I bet on this run. I'm going to be a little greedy. I'm not going to trim too soon. Since the fuckers are throttling me, I need to sell some shit so I can trade.
Yeah, trim some profit.
Yeah, I got a couple things I could trim here that are trimmable. That was a good trade though in that EL.
Yeah, beautiful.
Adobe's one that I'm in, and I believe they're about to report earnings, man. Uh-oh. So I believe they're about to report earnings.
For Adobe?
Yes.
Today or no, not today, but
no, but I believe it's coming up. Let's see. And I've had a nice trade in that in my margin account.
Right.
I do that to offset erosion. You just got to be careful what you're trading. You know, you want to make sure it's of the highest quality, and that you're the kind of person that will fucking. Oh, there's Adobe. You're the kind of person that will take a hit. You don't want to have any trades going in a margin account that you can't get out of, or you will blow the fuck out. Because the market can go way lower than you imagine. And if you're holding a bunch of stocks that don't pay dividends, those things can go really low. You know, CLM, these kind of things, they're only going to go so low for people around the world are like, God damn, bro, we can get 25% yield. And they're going to start buying.
That is true.
Misty's up. Dollar General's up.
Yeah, the dollar.
Damn, I can't pull it up because I'm watching it on this screen here. Mortgage REITs are up. Yeah, Tesla's up. So Campbell's Soup is up. So sometimes people ask me, how are you going to hedge it? Trade smart. That's one way. If you just trade good, that's one way to hedge your margin thing. If you're going to have trades in there. Most people should not. If you don't have some reason that you think you have trading skills, you know, don't mess up a strategy that works just fine with a lack of skills. You know, people can do that pretty easy. I didn't even see crypto. Yeah, crypto's getting smashed, huh?
Yeah, getting smashed for real. You still didn't trim none of your Bitcoin shares, right? No BITX, no BITO.
No. I mean, I've moved in and out of futures contracts, but as far as No, I'm a buyer, man. The same trades that have been in play are going to be in play for the rest of the year,
Right.
or at least for a while, I think. Which is why you're seeing. I mean, I didn't call Walgreens being on the list, but like Dogecoin, XRP.
Yeah, I didn't expect that from XRP. I totally forgot I owned shares of it until it
Yeah.
blew up.
I had a heckler about that last night. Oh, now you support XRP now that it's at its high? The first off, motherfucker, it moved there in like a week, okay? So it's not like I had a chance to talk about it. And so then I showed him my screenshot of buying it in the 50-cent range, you know?
Right.
Sometimes I own shit and I don't talk about it. Like I own 118 things. I can't cover content on every single fucking one of them all the fucking time. It's just not a possibility. Zim is one, man. God, I got heckled over that stock. This stock here, Zim, I got heckled over this. The dividend is back. The annual dividend yield is 25%. It's a shipping company. It's very volatile.
5 cents.
But here's the deal. If they're not making money, they cut the dividend, man. They're trying to protect the company. So the dividend will come on and off. Well, there are a lot of people, the moment you cut the dividend, they sell it.
Yeah, for sure.
They're not, yeah. So what I would rather do is just buy stage ones like Walgreens and not worry about it. I just stopped talking about the stock because all I did was get heckled for it. And so now it's up. I don't know if people notice this, but it's up almost 200% on the year or some shit.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but when I first was buying it, it was $50-something a share. And it had a massive fucking dividend back here, you know? And so you could see the stock is very volatile.
Oh my gosh, it dropped all the way to like $5.
Right. And everybody hated me then. But what if you'd have just stuck with this strategy, just kept your position size, just kept adding on ones, you would have a bunch of money now.
That's right.
You know, that is facts. But people don't, they say they're going to do that. They don't do it. I'm telling you, people right now are going to be in a panic over CLM. I don't even want to check my DMs. Is the strategy still valued? They're going to be freaking out. And it's like, bro, how much you got in? $900. Like, you know, there's people that got 10 fucking billion in right now. They're not panicked. No, it's your opportunity. And there's going to be, I'm telling you, people like, oh, I should have trimmed up here and I would have took all the cash and I would have, yeah, keep doing that to yourself.
Right.
If you keep playing perfect games in your head of what you should have done, all you're going to do is just you're going to have a new strategy, new strategy, new strategy. That's what happens. Let's
Shit, I'm actually looking at CLM right now, seeing if I can drip in if it's a good time.
Yeah, I haven't even pulled it up yet. Damn. Somebody unloaded some shit, huh? Nice. Look at the volume. It's not even that big. Let's see. Tesla's volume, 71 million shares.
Damn.
The $400 stock, 71 million shares. And so CLM, 10 million shares, and look at the big drop. Oh, Tesla is like way more volume. There's just not that many people in these type of funds, you know. USA. Finally. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, those two were hit hard, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Those are my largest holdings in my margin.
But see, it dropped like this in August when everything dropped that one day.
Right.
But it wasn't this bad, though. That was just like pretty much a whole month of upward movement. Lost in 2 days.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, I know. It's like a waterfall effect. It takes the stairs to go up and the elevator to go down.
Right. And I have way more than most people, and I have no interest in selling any. I'm trying to buy.
No, I gotta get out of like sometimes I have to get out of this thought like volatility is my best friend. Like whenever the market's down, I just buy in. It's the perfect time. It's the perfect time.
It's a superpower. Imagine, I mean, everyone listening, like they know this to be true. They know this to be true. If they had that philosophy with Bitcoin, or if they had that philosophy with almost everything, they'd be way richer than they are now. You have to have that. I mean, all the way to fucking zero, you have to have that mindset.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I hope it goes to zero. I hope it goes bankrupt. Everyone here loses their 401ks. Everything goes to zero. It's fucking zombie land. So if I vote for that, it's probably not going to happen. So, but like, let's just get it over with. And once we say it like that, you know, you laugh and like we realize how stupid that is. It's not going to happen.
I mean, honestly, I was talking to my brother like 2 years ago when I first started investing, and I was like, "Bro, if this don't work out, I'm 24. You know, I can give this 5 years and then try again doing something else. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world." Oh man, that drop. You was out of that, right?
Yeah. I'm just watching right now. This down move that's been brutal, huh?
Yeah. It's not been on our side.
I'm just looking to see if McDonald's is hiring. Let's see. I have 7 open houses right now. I am what you call house poor.
Yeah. You got any good on some property?
You know, I have 3 houses for sale and we're getting no offers. And it's not that my prices are too high. There's 347 houses for sale in my area, and 1 house sold in the last 30 days. The market has come to a complete standstill.
Was one of these properties the one that got ran into?
Yep. And I had a closing date on that one.
Yeah, I know. I remember. And then that drunk driver, somebody hit your place. Oh man, that would have pissed me off. I know it pissed you off.
It did. You know, but you know what I do then? Fuck that house, dude. I don't give a fuck about that house. Fuck that house. They can take that motherfucker to zero. They basically did. And I still don't give a fuck about that house. And now it's fixed. It looks better than new. So by not giving a fuck, it got fixed. If I'd have been all upset and this and that, and what good does that do?
Right.
Fucks with my trading, man. I'm trying to get paid. So no one house, no one stock, no one day, no one, you know, anything can ruin it. Now, it's not to say, you know, obviously I'm not perfect, but here's even a better one. I paid cash for a beach house. I sold a house that I had owned for 19 years, that I'd worked on, went broke trying to buy. Plus, I had made about $60,000 that year trading. So I took the sale of that house plus the trading, and I paid cash for my beach house. I was going to put it on Airbnb. In July on Airbnb, it made $9,000. That's how much I made. I didn't even make $5,000 the whole fucking year on the other house that I sold.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh my God, we're buying 10 of these. 2 months later, they catch it on fire, burn it down, or the sprinklers come on, it floods the unit, spills over the other units. They're trying to sue me. It's totally destroyed. So I'm dealing with insurance, but at the same time, the last hurricane hit Florida hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can cry like a little bitch. That's an option. Or fuck that condo. I don't give a fuck about that condo. I got insurance. And so they fixed it. So guess what? It looks way more pretty now, man. It looks beautiful, dude. When you open the door, all you see is the ocean. I grew up in a trailer park. This bitch is paid for oceanfront property. From trading stocks and buying my dumb little 2-bedroom houses. Now, I can go there. So for Christmas, you know, I'm probably going to go hang out at the beach house. Now, me saying that sounds so stupid when I say that to you, because from your age to me being 50, that's not a thing. You know what I mean? I'm just grinding, compounding. But what you guys have that I didn't have is speed. Man, it's so much faster now. Like the reason speed. The reason I don't have way more money in the stock market, and the reason I was probably buying houses, is to buy a stock was $29, and to sell a stock was $29. So you're $60 in to buy your one share.
I see.
So who the fuck is doing that?
Yeah.
Rich people.
That's
Not
facts.
me. Right. So I just now got over $1 million in the stock market.
Yeah, but
Because
now there's no fees. You could just
now
buy
there's no fees. My wealth has been growing exponentially. So in 2019, I paid $7,950 on my, if you look on my taxes for fees, $7,900 something in brokerage fees.
Okay.
That was just when Robinhood started. And they were the first ones to start that no fee shit. But fees have been coming down, 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 down. So I was paying $3.95 at the end, and I paid $7,900 in fees.
Yeah.
And then the next year, 0 fees. And it's been 0 cents. So I'm now a better trader, but I have no fees.
That's beautiful. That 7,000 is going straight into the market now.
Straight into the market, bro. I buy every day. That's why the money flow.
Friday. That's paying me on Friday.
Right. The money flow. What the reason there was 1 and 2, you see 1 buy, 2 buy. Because I was paying $30. So we buy 1 time on stage 1 and 1 time on stage 2. That's it. Well, then, about the time my book starts selling, fucking world changes. It's now. So shit, I might sit here and buy 10 shares of Bohr, 3 shares of Bohr, 1 share of Bohr, put a fucking limit order to get it a nickel lower. And I have this going. And this is why I was trying to trade a trader to trade with me. I got 118 positions, man. We're fixing to liquidate millions of dollars in houses. So we're gonna run. MFG Capital's gonna run this shit, man. We're going for a big. But I can't do it by myself. I can't trade this shit all day by myself. I can't watch everything while day trading. So I was trying to bring people in, almost like portfolio managers. And that's what Jess does for me. She's tracking everything.
All right.
So while I'm talking to you and trading, I can't be fucking watching that. And even if I get a signal, I can't just stop talking to you and walk over there. So like I'm at an area now where I have so much money, and the way that I want to trade it, I have to have a team. Yeah. It's easy to get a team where in real estate. Oh, he's a painter. Okay. That's different being a fucking day trader. It's a rare person that can successfully day trade or successfully understand margin and portfolio management. I don't know if you know this, there's not a college for that. So the way I'm going to get MFG's capital is through the internet. It's going to be someone like you that comes to work for me to trade millions.
I'm down,
Yeah. So a lot of people tell me that, and then I'm like, cool, send me your thing, and they can't paper trade for 3 fucking months.
Hey, actually, I've been over my 10,000. I meant to tell you. I mean, I think you've seen it in the general.
I have. Yeah. But I've offered this to people, man. Like, they're at my house. I'm like, bro, I got you. You learn to trade. You trade my money. Matter of fact, you not only trade my money, MFG Capital, people want to invest. We'll trade the company's money. And the people that are their owners with me, guess whose money's being traded? Their money. That's called like S&P Capital. That's called a proprietary trading firm.
Right.
That's where I'm trying to take it. It ain't about being an influencer. It's about trading.
To break out now.
Boris, yeah. Now that we got the Peters effect going now.
We got the Peters.
I know. I was almost afraid to text it, man. It's a small stock. We might move it. Yeah, and if I did, I don't mean any SEC. If you're listening, I wasn't trying to move that stock. That's why I don't mention penny stocks. I mentioned one the other day on the live, and I shouldn't have done that. That's why I took it down. I had a penny stock on there that I liked. And after all the bullshit, I got 2 subpoenas about Bitcoin last year.
I know. I heard you saying it in one of your videos.
And then I get the audacity. This guy fucking heckles me at midnight. In the middle of the night, I get text messages. He's calling me a sellout, a phony, because I'm promoting XRP at the top. Motherfucker, you got letters from the SEC for putting so many people in Bitcoin? Let's see. I don't think so.
Are you watching the TQQQ right now? The TQ?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in. I move fast. Sometimes
Right.
I won't even. I move in and out so fast I don't even dictate the moves.
Yeah, you're a triple OG over here. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm. That's the way you watch. Jess raised me, and she'll be like, "You're in, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." I just won't. I'll hit it and not say anything because I forget. You know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Let's see. I'm fixing to send out on this boar.
Yeah, I'm actually sending money. I'm sending some money into my account right now. This is my last time buying in.
Yeah, it could be the bottom. We don't know that obviously, but now if you go to I don't know if you have CNBC Pro. Most people don't.
I did. I bought it for Black Friday. That was to be honest with you,
Okay.
one of my only purchases for Black Friday. That and my
That's
Legend.
nice.
You know, I invested
Yeah,
in
no.
Black Friday.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let me see. Do I need to cut this shit in half? Let's see. We're going up. It's going up. Yeah, I haven't put almost nothing this year in my steps for my IRAs because I've been focused on the margin.
Right.
And that's just a thing of life, man. You can't put money in everything. But like I happen to hold more inside of a traditional IRA, so I'm going to have to add some money to it in order to pick the shares up, right? But it's okay. You'll have times where on buy and hold and stuff that they never actually can develop any. Especially at your age, goddamn, dude, like you can't touch that money. Man.
Yeah, I know. That's why, I'm gonna slowly start drifting into my Roth IRA next year.
But I wouldn't make that my priority, you know.
Yeah, 69 is so long away from right now. I'm trying to buy some properties. I'm trying to do multiple things that a Roth IRA right now ain't paying me.
Yeah, it's not going to help you. And what people, there's people that'll argue with me on that, but what they're thinking of it as a guy who's going to work at JOB the rest of their life.
Right.
They're not trying to be a hedge fund manager. And I use the word hedge fund, but they're not trying to be a manager of assets that produce. They're only seeing the way they're going to make money the rest of their life. They're going to have a job, and that's not necessarily true for everyone, man. My wife's job is managing the shit that I buy. She's our physical property manager. It's not really optional. I mean, we're in the way I see it, my family's in the business of buying assets that appreciate or produce cash flow. We might work a job to get money to buy that shit, but the only reason for the job is not to pay bills. But I gotta pay them. It's kind of like that 10-foot tall and bulletproof, but I don't want to get shot. Right? So it's kind of it might sound bipolar, but my wife. Let me tell my wife I'm live. I should put her on the air. Why are you fucking with me? She won't appreciate that.
All right.
Damn, we've been on for a minute.
Yeah, we have for 2 hours.
We had a good class going though.
Yeah, I appreciate.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on. It's good for people to see. We're headed down. It's good for people to see real, other real people,
right,
that are in the group, not just me or, That's why I had Jess come on with me to help me to see there's more people than just me. Sometimes those people think, that nobody wants to hear. They'll say, well, that's not true. Especially even if you're new, people want other new people like hearing new people's experience, or if you've been at it for a minute, you're a veteran, and
GP, the truth, bro. I don't care what anybody else says. You know what I mean? You really are dedicated on teaching wealth to the masses and to people that are white collar, just blue collar workers, people that don't don't come from anything. You
Right.
can get something, say $5 a day, and then come talk to me. If you can't,
You really can, man. You can plug into one of the strategies for sure. Matter of fact, you can plug into several because you can pay per trade a couple of them. And what that's going to do is it's just going to compress your learning time. That, you know, if I could give anybody anything, it's just like, man, just learn that. Like, just stop saying I don't know what that means, or this is just keep. That's what I did with once I got on the Bitcoin train. I was like, all right, I have a very short period of time to learn more than anybody. Like, I need to know more than my followers right fucking now. Let's go. And I would just listen. I would go to bed listening to fucking Sailor talking. I would wake up in the morning reading shit. Half of it I don't even understand for the first 4 months. I'm like, what in the fuck is a Web 2 fucking, you know, because I didn't grow up with social, and I damn sure didn't grow up with the blockchain, you know, and then I got to try to understand it and then teach it to a truck driver, you know, and so I'm like, all right, how do we explain this, you know, like the ledger and it checking the crypto, you know, the Bitcoin exchange 16 times. And explaining that to someone so it makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's even cartoon videos online,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, that's just like kids.
If you want to know, it will teach you. Right? If you
100%.
want to know, it will teach you.
100%. How bad do you want it?
But, you know, there's a problem out. It's an itis type problem. I used to think it was an entertainment thing. Like maybe you take a course from you know, and I love gurus. Everything I've learned came from a guy like me, man. And that's one reason I never had a problem trying to be one. Sometimes people would look down. I'm like, bro, this is how I learned how to buy houses. Fuck, I want to show people the way I learned. And the guy the shit that I started buying, they're like, oh, it made him some money. I hope it made him some money. He showed me how to fucking take this to the next level. And that's how you're going to make money in life. You go through stages. 1, you're getting paid per hour. 2, you're getting paid for based on what you know, and maybe a little bit per hour. Number 3, you start to transcend, and you either create a product, a business, or a service that leverages. Right. That's usually number 3, and then number 4 is you're making money with money. Yeah. Most people try to go from an hourly wage to making money with money. And there's a maturity gap there, or an understanding of money. It's used as a tool. You know, once you understand money is a tool and you put it in the stock market, you can let go of some of that goddamn emotion you have attached to it. They're like, oh, I could have bought this with it. Well, then go fucking buy that. And then come back with different money, man. If there's some shit you need to buy right now with that money in the stock market, go fucking buy it and then come back. Because otherwise, you got a split personality going. The money I have in the market, fuck that money. Take it to fucking zero. I gives a fuck, dude. I was looking for money when I put that money in. Here's another thing. This money in the stock market, I mean, up until a year or two ago, I never pulled a fucking dollar out for 20 years. So how the fuck did it help me?
No dividends, no dividends out or nothing.
Nothing, not a fucking dollar. So when I hear people have been in 9 months crying, I'm like, you know how fucking stupid you sound right now? You're like a child, bro. You sound like a child to me. There ain't no money coming on this one cycle like Bitcoin. Fuck Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. But, I mean, they can take Bitcoin to fuck zero. I don't care. That's how you accumulate Bitcoin. I don't need it. I'm not going to use it. Don't give a fuck if it goes to zero. And I'm going to buy some today. Now what's up?
Yeah, I bought some yesterday.
Yeah. Right. Fuck it. Take it to zero, man. I'm telling you, when you get like this, what it allows you to do is no one asset is that big a deal. No one trade is that big a deal. No one trading day matters. It's the cumulative of that compounding effect, man, over and over.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, I hope when most people start trading, they lose the first 2 or 3 years. I hope you lose a fucking ton.
Yeah.
Because you only learn through losing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really losing. You're learning.
You're learning. That's it, man. It's the only way to learn. The best way to learn real estate is to go buy a fucking house. There you go. I gave you the secret to real estate. You buy a house, and you're probably going to buy it wrong, so now you know how to buy it right. You're probably going to fuck up the insurance, so now you know how to do that right. You're probably going to go through a bunch of bad contractors. Now you figured out how to find a good one. So the way you figure these things out is you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have that day, it makes you sick. You're embarrassed to tell your girl. It's Friday night, everybody's happy, and you're like, God damn, bro, I lost $900 on Tesla. That's all you're thinking about. I've been there, man. I've been there. One night I lost $7,200. I made $3,000 a month. I took a $7,200 hit thinking I could trade oil futures contracts. I had the contracts mixed up. I didn't really quite know what I was doing, and I had a big move, and it's just leveraged 50 to 1. And I blew out. My $10,000 account became $3,800 like that.
Damn.
And that's 6-7 months of saving. A lot of men in here, they turn little bitches, start crying. They don't trade again for a while. They book a one-on-one with me crying about, I don't know. Bro, you better get up and trade. Better get that money back in there too, man. So what I got that from Buffett. If you do something you shouldn't have done, you write a check and you forget about it. You learn the lesson. Like, right? What was the lesson here? Boom, write it down. Put the money in. Let's stop dwelling on it. Nobody gives a fuck about your past. Let's go. And you move on, man. That's the best way to do it, man. So today I've had matter of fact, 2 days ago, I was so pissed at myself for how bad I traded. I transferred all the loss. I don't even remember that day. Like, I'm moving on, man. Fuck that day, man. I'm the greatest trader in the world. Fuck that day.
Yeah.
I was drunk that day. That guy may have been right in YouTube. And yeah. So yeah, I do trade intoxicated sometimes. That can happen. That's because I'm dedicated to trading. Like I'm gonna trade on vacation. I'm gonna trade if I'm just gonna trade if they open the market.
Yeah, trading is a part of you, GP, for sure. If you ain't trading, I gotta ask you, there's something wrong. You know what I mean?
It's up wrong.
It's a week without you trading, bro. Like you good, bro? You need a drink? You want one of those twisted teas or something?
That does sound good, man. I'm at that age though where it's weird, like weird shit like that'll give me heartburn. It's like, God damn, I can't even have a tea.
No, man.
Just old age starts getting your eyes start going. It's like little shit, man. Little annoying things. I hate taking any kind of medicine too. So I'm the last guy that'll medicine up.
Yeah.
You know? I was trying to I don't even need antibiotics. My blood's that strong. Like I try to do that, as much as I can. I don't take any prescriptions, nothing legal, nothing I got to go to a pharmacist for,
Right.
And I'm trying to push that off because everybody I meet my age, they get in the 56, they're on 8 drugs. Yeah. You take this for the bathroom, you got to take this to offset that. This keeps you up, so you got to take this. Take it over,
got that little pill thing, Monday through Sunday.
Oh, bro, my parents. I am fighting that. I'm gonna try to go to my grave. I don't have a single prescription. I might have subscriptions, but no prescriptions. I got a lot of subscriptions. Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you. I got my wife and them calling through.
No, you're good, GP. I was about to get in the shower. I got to head to work anyway in like an hour. But thank you so much.
Yeah, hey, man, if you're up for it, get with me. Maybe we can do an audio podcast. You tell me your journey, how you got.
Bro, I sent you the DM or a DM in Discord. I'm down. I'm with it 100%. I am dedicated to the money flow game, to the dad die.
Send me another one with your phone number in there.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a message too right now.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
All right, thank you, GP. I appreciate you too.
Yeah, man, I think we did a good. Looks like we got a comeback on here. Hey, I appreciate everybody's on here. I know we went long. I was just live trading. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I'll leave it up. If you'd like to come on and trade with me, maybe we can make it a regular segment. It's not complicated. You just have to. You come on as a guest. It's easier than Zoom the way I do it. Use the thing called StreamYard, so it works pretty well, man. I appreciate you guys. You know what? Let me let this trade run just for a second. Let me see.
Cocaine and hookers, my friend. do this job. Cocaine and milkers, my friend.
Right. Say I'm incredibly excited to be a part of your firm. I mean, the clients you have are absolutely top clients.
Your only responsibility is to put meat on the table. You got a girlfriend?
I'm not married. My wife, her name's Teresa. She does it.
Congratulations. Thank you. Think about Teresa. Name of the game?